Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream here on the twitch.tv. Oh my god, slash the Xisuma with the face clipping and all that sort of stuff. We're going to head back to the base. We wrapped up the last stream trying to find drowned, and I've decided I'm going to build the drowned farm concept that I made on Hermitcraft, right? Oops. I'm also going to pair that with the usage of Waystones, which we unlocked the last time. So we have a plan. And I'm starting to get a little more attached to the world. I'm starting to get that like Minecrafty feeling. In an odd way, a little bit like the early game when you start to build out your base and stuff, because we're going to use the Waystones to jump around the world. But I've been treating this very much like I'm focused on doing the vault runs. And so I haven't had that feeling for a while, but it's nice to feel it again. Hey, and her tea, thank you ever so much for 7 months of support. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Thanks for subscribing. Lol, just left Phoenix to come here, says Larry the Llama. Me too. I was watching his stream. It caught my attention. Yeah. It was a YouTuber tier list, and I was like, oh, got to see where I am on that, right? I mean, I would accept anything. But yeah, like, can't help but be curious, right? It's subjective. Each to their own. But it's something us creators will do, you know. If you hear of, I say us creators, I imagine probably a majority of creators might be interested. For me, it depends on whose list it is. Like, if it's someone I don't know's list, I probably wouldn't really care. But when it's someone you know, you're kind of curious. I noticed that he put, yeah, almost every hermit in the S tier list. I mean, that is another thing that put a smile on my face. Just the reputation of Hermitcraft makes me proud, you know. I'm not a fan of using that word. Those of you that have been following me for a long time, there's certain words in the English language that I just, for whatever reason, I'm just a bit odd about. And like pride is one of those words. But I'm coming around to it. I think a shift occurred when Scar did his charity stream. It just kind of really opened me up a little bit in some sort of way. Don't know quite what I'm saying there. Sounds a bit odd, doesn't it? He opened me up with his knife. Oh, he gave me a scar, that Scar. Great timing. I just finished the episode. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, says Lucky Chaos. Yeah, new episode of Hermitcraft out now. It's a big one. I was planning on putting that out later, but there was no snapshot today, so I kind of thought, let's just get it out. You know, I literally finished editing and doing all the thumbnail stuff today, so why not? Particularly about when talking about others, pride always felt odd to me, says Oh Hits a Brandon. Yeah, I think, you know, just reading your message makes me think, for me, I think it's because I like to try and, like, be logical and a bit more mathematical about stuff, right? And I always see emotions as being, like, I don't know, like a bit more of a whimsical thing, whereas I've come to learn over time that emotions, as whimsical as they might be, and illogical at times, they're a very important part of who you are as a person, and it's a very important part of other people too, right? So, that's probably why my attitude has shifted as I've learned. It's like I come to understand better. So with these Waystones, I think you click on one and it acts as like a reference to the other ones. I don't think you make like two and link them together. So every time you want a spot, you make a Waystone. That is really lightweight. Although warp dust, no. Okay, so like what was that? Like essence dust I saw. I think there was some Larimar. There was some chromatic steel. Okay, I took the wrong type, but we'll craft it down. Did I get essence, Vault Essence, Larimar? I think those are the first two. Then some form of stone. Oh, and then you need extraordinary too. So we kind of got everything there, just a bit of stone with it. So how many of these I want to make straight away? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we'll just make 4 to begin with. One, two, three, 4. Oh, they don't stack. Okay, fair enough. We learn, we live and we learn. Then I've got to make... Oh, it's that type, yeah. Let's see. Let's go back a step. 16? 16 of those. Uh-huh. Now I have to make them one at a time. There you go. Now, there is a price we have to pay for using this. Say a price. What I'm thinking is, what if we put it like right here in the middle, give us a reason to come to this spot over and over again? Like, I love the little pedestal, and I love that it emits light. Here's what we're going to do. Going to bounce that. This here instead. Home. Nice. That totally fits there as well, doesn't it? Fits in perfectly, actually. And it lets the light through, I think. Either way, I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. Monk says, just came over from Phoenix's stream. Congrats on the ranking. Thanks, thanks. Are the elderly still going to be joining Hermitcraft next season, as Etho says Borgia? You'll have to wait and see. You'll have to wait and see. So, we got to go to, like, a river biome where we can drop off some water. We're going to put a Waystone there. This is going to be, like, our first Waystone-related thing that we're going to do. Now, what I was thinking about was the collection system, but I kind of realized that doesn't really mean... Well, we can do things our own way with the magnet and our sword. So I'm going to grab that and probably a couple stacks of this too. Just thinking through the fort process. What I need at the very top is probably like an AFK spot. Let's get some slabs, and then on that we're going to put this. Not a lot of slabby jabbies there, is there? What about like a lamp? Let's get a tough lamp and then get some tough slabs. I can picture this in my head now. That'll be perfect. So just with that alone, I do believe with those materials we can make the drowned farm that we need. Carrying a warp stone is very handy. Holding right click will allow you to teleport to any of your waystone with a cooldown. Wow! Wow, okay. In which case, let's make one more of those. So the Larimar and the Essence. Larimar. I think I change it every time, don't I? So that, my friends, that'll probably be in the old backpack for now. Along with these waystones, future use. Carrying a wall... Oh wait, that's literally the message I just read. This is the first time someone pronounced my username correctly, says Borgia. As I was saying it, I was kind of thinking, I'm butchering this, I'm doing terrible. Also, 8 minutes, I do have a hot decaf here that I would like to slurp. Let's go find the location first. Mark, 1234987. 3 months of support. Thank you so much, my dude. Thanks for supporting me here with what I do. I hope you have a good time hanging out with us today. It's going to be a fun one. I can feel it. You know, bonus stream. I was really in the mood for this today, and then there's no snapshot. So I'm like, okay. That's not a problem. Let's do this. Does it go into there? Ah. Uh-huh. That makes sense. Right, so technically this thing doesn't need to be particularly nearby or far away. What about this area here? Let's follow the river around the corner. We're going to need a little bit of F3. Biome. There you go. Warm river. Actually, that's fine. They spawn in rivers. They spawn in warm oceans. So drowned will spawn here. So next up, we kind of want to find the very middle of this. I don't think it's massively important that we're in the very middle, but it will probably just look good, if that makes sense. So how do I want to do this? I don't really have to have any kind of limit or nope. Yeah, I have no specified distance this thing needs to be built at or anything like that. Heck yeah, stream bevy, says Lemon. Someone's excited for my hot stream bevy. Wow. Avius Error says, is X playing with shaders? If so, which ones? My own, actually, built based off of Iscal's pack. You see, I don't like Minecraft shaders. Usually because they tend to add realism and, like, effects that, honestly, like, just don't feel like they pair well with the Minecraft aesthetic. Now, I think I've come up with a good argument here, which is, if you go back to the classic look of the game, the pre-adventure update look of the game, you can see how big of a difference the aesthetics are to today, right? So for me, that uglier side of Minecraft, I think is actually really cool. I feel like the fact that the game sort of looks natively ugly is kind of great for making stuff look good within it, right? Like, if the game looked utterly gorgeous, like you opened a world and went, oh my god, it's amazing, it would be really tricky. I've lost count now. It'd be really tricky to make things in it that look even better. Yeah, I did that right. Oh! Then I ran off the edge. You know? So I kind of look at it from that perspective. It feels like the shaders really contrast with the sort of natural, air quotes, ugliness of the game. So they just don't vibe well. It's like you got this weird, awkward, blocky looking game, and then all of a sudden you want to put these like dramatic shades and realistic skies into it. Like, even this right here, this is, I can tolerate this, but I've seen worse. You know, it's just a real mishmash for me. Right, there we go. There's a novelty that comes with Minecraft's raw textures, says Lemon. Exactly. And shaders don't really lean into that side of the game, in my opinion. So therefore, I've never really been into shaders. That being said, I wanted to give them a try with this series, just because I thought Iscal's setup with the shaders is a lot more tolerable than some others that I've seen. And then I toned down the effect of them a little bit here and there. I'm gonna drink some more of this hot bevy. It's good, it's good. Avius says, well, they look cool, X, you've outdone yourself. I mean, I didn't really do any of the heavy lifting here, right? Like, I didn't make this shader pack. I just tweaked the settings. Did I? Oh, look, I can place beyond. Did you see that? I placed beyond. Yeah, Iscal just sent me his pack and I kind of like tweaked the settings to get it how I want it to look. Didn't really get all the way there. There's some really big issues with like day and night cycle and being inside, where the shaders just, they kind of feel like they tint the world differently to how they do. Like right now, you know, if you like this, if this is a good benchmark, it's going to be a different kettle of fish when you're in a cave or it's nighttime. As you know, our base is going to darken gloomily. Fortunately, we can lean into that because it's very skeletal themed and like a dark build palette, so it sort of suits the atmosphere a fair bit. But if you were trying to build like a nice, bold and vibrant looking base, you might struggle a little bit. I think I'm going to make this whole thing, this whole operation, like one big around the edge. Well, props to you and Iscal and the others who worked on it then, says Avius Era. I'd say just props to the people who made the shader pack. Congrats, X, you loaded the game, says Bear. Ah! If I'd have read that, like, at a different point in time, I would have been very confused, but that all of a sudden made a lot of sense to me. Oh, X, you loaded up Minecraft! Well done, you, buddy! Oh, you're so good at this! You know, that's what I hear. Oops, I had a feeling that might happen. That thing is super fast. Pat yourself on the back, X. You loaded Minecraft. Lucro says X discovers the arcane secret of context. To be fair, I am constantly asking chat to provide the context. Am I not? I get the joke, but I'm always like, hey, I talk about a lot of things. When you reply, tell me to which thing it was you're replying. You get a gold star, says Bear. I got a gold star. I feel so motivated. Oh, by the way, what are we doing today, says Avis Era. Well, mission number 1 is to build a square box of cobblestone in the sky. Okay. For obvious reasons. Why would you ask? Once we've done that, then obviously we've got to fill it with water and then drain it. Okay, we're building a drowned farm. Enough of the jokes. Did that work? Oh, I'm just going to wing it like this. It doesn't seem to be working. There we go. That's better, isn't it? Much better. Okay, so now that we got that, we got to get rid of everything. And this is where our vein miner comes into effect. Yep. I didn't need to double check anything here. We were good to go, I hope. Oh no! I forgot that really important thing. I don't think so. Look at this. Working out just fine, isn't it? So you can even use the vein miner underwater, so that's not an issue. Hey! Vinot! Here for 5 months. Thank you, my dude. Xisuma, how do you always know the perfect time to post amazing videos when I need it the most, you wizard? Thank you, my dude. I guess posting videos is what I do, right? Okay, this is. I just wondered if the vein miner might have created an issue here, but whoa. Okay, that would happen. That makes sense. Yeah, Vinot, thanks again, man, for 5 dudes. Greatly appreciated. Right, so this is all good to go. I think that's probably the last of it. Certainly don't need all of that in the middle. No! Oh, I did actually forget something. Course I did. Course I did. Oh, you absolute goose. I did forget. And I don't know where the rest of this oh, actually it would float up, wouldn't it? There's the rest of my scaffolding. The magnet's pulling it towards me, that's helpful. Only goes up by 7 more though. Huh. I did forget something. So close to perfection. Now all the dirt fiends will be hanging around. You know. They probably don't even know what I forgot though. Probably ain't got a clue. 13, 14, 15, 16. Up here, we will go. The noises are important. Build a little platform. Whoopsie, what was that about? Probably got to be a little bit bigger than that. Okay, it looks like chat wants a derp emote. I tell you what, I'm feeling generous today. I'll give you a derp emote. Maybe I want a little bit of that dopamine too. Okay, so this is a drowned farm. Cool, so we've got a waystone to get about now. Now, oh, I don't have a detach cam. Again, strong impulse to use that. So what I can do is drop down like this, press F3 and B, and we should, at some point, start to see drowned down here. I've got a feeling they don't spawn in this biome. Like, I checked the wiki, they should spawn here, but I don't see it. We're playing on a mod pack, we're playing modded Minecraft. It could be that they just don't like... I mean, that did not look promising at all. You really should see stuff straight away. Maybe I just have to go build this somewhere else then. Let's have a read of chat. Light Soul, welcome to the stream. It's nice to get help after a weird day. Decent say, not that great though. I have a good day? Sorry to hear it. We're all playing and loving the Minecraft game. What makes this game so addictive and attractive after all these years for you, says Mr. Wildlake. Because it's your world. Like, you put yourself into the game, you know? It's a sandbox for expressing creativity. Do they need to be source blocks, says Wild? They do not. I think it's the biome is the issue. Might have to try again at a different location. Which is kind of yikes. I mean, I guess one thing you could say is there's a lot of mobs spawning over there. Huh. Maybe I kind of didn't think about this correct, because like the higher up you go, maybe I just need to move this platform. Like really, there should, from up here, surely there shouldn't be too many more mobs. Let's go ahead and experiment before we give up on this, because one thing we might be able to do is just go higher up, right? So let's see what happens to these hitboxes as we... Well, that was just rude. Okay, let's see what happens to these hitboxes. In theory, like, they should disappear because they're hostile mobs. Or maybe now we're only seeing... Yeah, maybe only now we're seeing, like, passive mobs, right? So from here, we drop down, and we should have had, like, drowned spawn here. But once again, absolutely nothing. And then as I get further down, you can see mobs are spawning. I don't think it works. This is not the right biome for it, it would seem. Which kind of sucks. Maybe I could have guessed this one wouldn't have been so good. Right, goodbye to that Waystone. We should get it back. We did. So let's take out all of this stuff so we can have at it again. Oh, I didn't get all of it. Might have been smart to maybe leave a block up here just in case I want to come back, right? So what I remember is that it was 1, 2... So like 3 is here. So that would be the very middle. So I'll go ahead and leave that one block there. In which case we need to navigate to a different biome. So like there's... I think we went there and found out that wasn't Cold Ocean. So if we go to the monument, we could build it above the monument. Don't know why we would do that. But maybe you could say 2 birds, 1 stone. Athelian, thank you ever so much for 101 months. Moafs? Gosh, brain, fart. You know what this means, peeps? You know what this means? Oh, there he is. The evil one. Who's been locked up in the dungeon? Angry Canine, Mace School, Randy Nicole. Who's that? Aphelion? You've been locked up, my dude. I don't think we have your skin, by the way. If you have a way to, like, shoot a message over to me or something, send me a skin. We'll put it in the video. Although, what are the rules for that video? I think I've been playing it every time we have a plus 100 sub. Or should it be like when we have a new member? The problem is, I have to remember to get the animation updated when we have a 99. And I missed you last time, if I remember correctly. I think the way I was doing it was like when someone joins the club, it gets seen. So it's like a super rare moment, you know? I think that's the way I'll do it. Anyway, thank you for 101 months. Bonkers! And you should have a new badge in chat. But I can see it, and it doesn't look like the one I set on Twitch. I should probably make a little note. Okay, post-stream note has got something extra added to it. Yeah, I'm going to build this thing like off to the side of the monument. Okay, so... Or maybe over here, just to make sure we get like the right biome. I read the wiki, it did say deep, lukewarm biome. Let's just go over cold one. Cold was my like instinct. See, look at this. Look at the shaders right now. This is just like so flat. Like this would not fly for normal game development, I feel like. Right, so it's a regular ocean. Okay. So we're gonna go a little ways. Hang on, let's look at the map because it's very hard to tell. If I turn to the right and just fly out a bit. Okay. Ooh, Mushroom Island. So yeah, somewhere around here. There might actually be literal drowns from this spot. Yeah, there is. See ya. Later. Alligator. Where's the next one? There's a few here. Did we get one? Oh, we got a seashell, not a Nautilus shell. Right, so yeah, let's make sure we start with the cobblestone to get to the surface this time. Oh, do you know what was probably easier? Using a bit of kelp. Like just find a bit of kelp that's high up, put the blocks on top. There's a drowned. Look, this is promising. Come to the right ocean. We see them spawning. Well, they spawn here. That's my proof, right? Wow, that was deep down. Oh, I felt like that was going to go on forever for a second. So with that, look, better give me a shell, okay? That's all I ask for, a shell, buddy. You're not my buddy, pal. Why do we need drowns again, says not say you. Nautilus shells. BH says like so, yes. Vault Hunters today. If it ain't obvious. Oh, by the way, we had a raid from Mr. Zaps123. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome all the raiders. I did see the messages. I was just, yeah, we were doing the 100 thing. And I'm terribly distracted. I apologize, but thank you and welcome in, everyone. I'm going to assume from the Minecraft community. More of you. Is this all I have to do? Just stand here? We're definitely in the right biome. This is so going to work this time. Oh, that's weird. I'm flying up and then the little boost doesn't work sometimes. I was already flying. Why do you never show your face, says Cappy BG. Why do I never show my face? Oh, God. God. I should just show my face, shouldn't I? You've just made it so clear to me all of a sudden. I should show my face. Hang on, let me get the webcam. I just got it up. No, I fell down. Dang it. I didn't want to fall down right now. Oh, and then I hit that. Oh, this is a terrible time for streaming. Look, the visuals, they're just not there. Okay, let's get a sleeping bag. What was I going to do? I had a feeling I was going to do something really important. You know, like I just had this epiphany of something I should do. Oh, I can't remember. That is the last of my decaf beverage. Oh! Oh wow, look at that. Ain't that something? Shame I can't zoom out a little further. Wow, that's like, what? That's like a full rainbow, man. Whoa, full rainbow. Didn't even know such a thing existed. I guess there's no pot of gold at the end of that one. That actually, the rainbow makes sense because it was just raining, wasn't it, at night? Do you know what? I don't think I've ever heard like a suggestion to put rainbows in Minecraft, and then it just all of a sudden became like incredibly obvious. Like after it rains and the sun comes out, you can have a rainbow. Am I mad? Has anyone ever heard that suggestion? It surely somewhere it has. I just feel like I've never seen that, like a suggestion. We need to get the points for a face reveal, says 0. If you get all of those points, I'm just going to make it higher. Telling you now. There is a pot of gold, you just have to find the end of it. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Let me know when it's done, yeah? 5 minutes tops? Wait a minute, that put one above and then below. See, those tools are good, and it's easy to think, oh, they should be in the game because they're really handy, but you can make mistakes with them. I guess it depends on how they stack up compared to regular mistakes. Lucro says, I feel like if you can see a full 360 rainbow, you should also see the secondary rainbow. What causes the double rainbow effect? If I recall correctly, it's because the rain, like when you see a rainbow, isn't it because that it's raining in the distance? Like often you associate it with it raining because like the rain has come by and then it stops and then the sun's out because the clouds are no longer where you are, but the rain is off in the distance, and so the light gets refracted through the rain. So in order for there to be a double rainbow, I think it means there's like 2 sets of clouds at different distances that are raining. That's what I remember. I don't know like when and where I learned that. It's a reflection of the rainbow, you see. Well, that doesn't sound right because... Oh, wait, are you saying you're seeing the rainbow and then the reflection of it? I guess, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I saw a double rainbow once, it was really cool, I got a pic before it disappeared. Awesome, awesome. Double rainbow is formed when sunlight is reflected twice within a raindrop, with the violet light reaches the observer's eye coming from the higher raindrops and the red light from the lower. Ah, okay. That's cool. Now we know. Assuming you're true. Everstaru, thank you ever so much for 25 months of support, my dude. Greatly appreciated. 25 months in this excellent community, absolutely. Today's video made my inner derp fiend very happy. Oh my god, we can talk about that now, can't we? Yeah, just talk about like, you know, I have this expectation of making mistakes. And so when I make a mistake or something's wrong, I kind of think, oh, X, you idiot, you've done it again, right? Rather than going, wait a minute, something's wrong here, right? Like, it was such a weird double derp because the mistake that I have made the situation worse, and therefore I kind of thought, oh, I've misestimated this situation. And so I just sort of accepted that without going over the numbers again. Because honestly, 150 shulker boxes is kind of crazy. This also might just be a case of like, it's difficult to deal with big numbers. So like if you conceptualize 1, very simple. 10, easy. 100, you know, yeah. And then 1,000, things get like really foggy in your brain. The bigger the number is, right? Like you can't really sort of picture that precisely. You sort of guesstimate a volume that feels right, but you don't really know how close you are or not. And when they test people with this stuff, like you can be off wildly. So like, especially when you get into like the trillions and the billions, like these numbers are so astronomically large that they kind of like are very tricky for us to fully understand what they mean in a proper context, especially when precision is important. But with that being said, you know, like if I said, okay, 45,000 blocks, what does that look like in Minecraft? You might not off the top of your head guess that amount in shulker boxes. You probably could if you did the math. And here's the thing, I'd done the math somewhere across my lines though. So I kind of assume the math was correct, because I know if I try and guesstimate it, it's probably not going to be a very good number that I get. But if I do some math, which I did, then I feel like, oh, I can rely on that, I can count on that. So because of that whole process, I ended up just doing the math wrong, and then thinking that the math was right. And maybe what I could have done with is a little bit of good old intuition, because I would have rather quickly surmised, actually, that's not right at all. Xisuma, are you an engineer? Because a lot of what I have seen of your Hermitcraft is amazingly well thought out and makes me feel like my STEM projects and lessons, says DesTex. I mean, I love that you said that message, because I think engineering is super cool, super amazing. I would hope that my content like inspires people to do stuff like that, you know? Engineering can play a great role in this world, but I am not an engineer. However, you might notice from my content and the types of games that I like that there's some sort of, there's something there, right? Like, I like puzzles, I like building, you know, there's something like an overlap somewhere. But yeah, I wouldn't consider myself an engineer, but I certainly engineer things in Minecraft. You have knowledge about, I guess, the physics of the reality, and then you're trying to manipulate them to achieve some sort of desired outcome, which I believe is very much engineering. Okay, now where is the middle? Huh. I think we're safe to, like, guess at this point. Guess where the middle is? That's not a bad guess, is it? Right, so from here we want to go... Oh yeah, I've got netherrack. There was me, like, shuffling out these different blocks on my hotbar, and it's like, yeah, you got netherrack. So we want to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's what we did last time. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 this time as well. So here's where the tough lamp goes. This bit here. Whoops. Slowly build this out. I'm a STEM/STEAM teacher and an IT professional/project manager, and I love the content that you're putting out. It's given me some inspiration for the lessons I'm teaching my daughter, says DesTex. I mean, I'd love to know more about that. That sounds fantastic. I've always wanted the curiosity, I guess, that I have maybe just with this game and puzzles and stuff. I've always wanted that to just give whoever's watching, like, a little inspiration or a kick or a curiosity to go check out that stuff themselves, but, like, hopefully it translates into some sort of, like, real world help or ability, or, you know, like, contribution to society. Because I always feel like, man, I wanna like make something that changes the world. Everyone wants to do that, you know, and not even like change the world in a big way. I mean, just like invent something helpful or find a way to do something that contributes to like, you know, the ongoing progress and some of the challenges we have. But I can never close in on something I'm good at, or like an idea or anything really. Yeah, like I have this lane right here of creativity. I'm a creative person, and this always makes sense to me, what we're doing right here. So I kind of just accept, like, this is my thing, this is my lane, you know, basically. And so I hope that I can help inspire some other people to do some of that, like, more important real world stuff, you know? Like solving those big problems we've got to solve. Like, that's like my one wish. I hope some of y'all get inspired. Am I correct in recalling that crazy pattern for X's Season 7 base was a mathematical pattern? You're thinking of my Season 6 base. Yeah, that was designed by Ottomania. Now, I used to have a plot world. It's something that I really miss, but it just became, you know, a thing that I did at a point in time. It was a lot of fun, but some things, you know, your interest in them doesn't last forever. It'd be lovely, though, if that thing was still there, you know, like if I could just step back into the XPD plot world days and just, you know, every now and then I'd love to relive that experience a bit, because I used to spend a lot of time on there playing with the community, creating things. It was a really brilliant part of, like, this whole adventure, and one that's kind of, like, probably quite hidden, if you like, or just, you know, why would any of you be aware that that thing existed once, right? And I'd love to let more of my viewers know about certain bits like that in the history of what we do here. So anyway, yeah, we had this plot world server, and we had loads of brilliant people on, builders, redstoners, all sorts of creative types. And Ottomania was one of them, who was creating mathematical shapes. And he took the time kindly to teach me how to make some of these things as well. It was awesome. It was a really cool process. And then in Season 6, I took his concept and some of these shapes and spent a lot of time in World Edit on the server, turning that into just this absolutely massive, crazy base that became the Season 6 base, right? So, you know, I couldn't have done that without Otter, for sure. Like, it really stemmed from, you know, their ability to do that and to see the game that way and to bring maths and shape into the game. And they were really passionate about it as well. And speaking to them, like, you know, it was... You know when you talk to someone who really knows what they're doing? It was like that. They were just sort of, like, very passionate about this idea of bringing that over to Minecraft. And, why can't I get flying here? There we go. Yeah, it was super cool just to, I guess, play a little role in that. Your Music X, that's how you help us. Music is a science. I appreciate the lovely sentiment. I kind of feel like, to me, music isn't a science, it's like mystic. Even though I'm always like looking for patterns and scientific explanations and stuff, music is like mysterious to me. I think I just figured out why this doesn't work. Oh no, but on her, I built this above an ocean on Hermitcraft. I was just wondering if it's the height difference. And normally when you build these sorts of farms, they tell you to go to a river, right? Anyway, does this actually work? I'm assuming it doesn't because I can't see anything spawning in here. Maybe I have to build it in a river. Ugh. I think I might try one more time, and if it doesn't work, then I'm going to be a bit bummed out. Maybe that's why it's not working. This clearly isn't working, is it? I don't think the time of day makes any difference at all. When I'm up here, like, nothing should be spawning anywhere down there. Dang. My grandfather used to tell me, if you can't say that you are happy with what you do, then you should find what brings you love, joy, and peace. Absolutely. I mean, like, we should all be looking for those things, if they overlap with what we do or not, right? Like, and the end conclusion would be that the things that you do are those things, right? I've never seen a drowned farm like this one, says Lynx. I built it earlier on Hermitcraft and it worked just fine. And music is a science. The melodies and the creative process is part of why they added A to STEM to make it STEAM. Oh, okay. I mean, there's music theory and there's a certain, like, extent to which we can map, you know, frequencies and resonance to certain emotions and stuff. But to me, it's like, as someone who loves logic, science, and math, and looking at the world that, like, music is like the one place where it feels like there's just this, like, something else that comes out of all of that, you know? And I think people find that in other things. I'm going to go, like, literally look at one of my old videos, like, right now. Because I know which... Oh, brilliant. It's displaying in the most awkward way possible it could. Let's change this. I'm going to go to my Hermitcraft playlist. I'll tell you what episode it is if you want to go look at it yourself. It's around Christmas, 8 months ago. There'll be Nautilus shells on it. Episode 1094. A new Nautilus shell farm. Can I mute this tab? I think the audio has to play first.
Platform.
Hello,
everyone.
No. Oh,
Platform.
God. How awkward is YouTube with those dynamic controls? So, here's a bit where I do something with the biome. River. Oh my God, I did build it in a river biome. So, I've literally been reading that they spawn in different biomes, right? But maybe it's only in river that they spawn at this height. Luckily for us, this project is kind of cheap and cheesy to build. So once again, we have to go somewhere else. I really should have done that last time, but I speculated the wrong idea. We got all of our things back, didn't we? So now we just got to go find a river biome. When I do this, these might be rivers. So let's head sort of that direction then. Third time's the charm. Do we press the dirt button again? Music actually helps scientists understand the prismatic nature of light and how it helps to create processes to allow colorblind people to see the standard ranges of color. Is that because they're using sound as an inference for light? Like the wavelength of light can be, I guess, converted. Right, what are we at here? River? Yeah, we got some river biome here. Didn't look like a lot of it though. Yeah, can it be like converted, I guess? Into another waveform? Wait, what am I doing? Pressing all the wrong buttons. Right, bamboo jungle. And then somewhere here is river. Amethyst rainforest river. This could be like really awkward. There might not be a lot of river. You want somewhere like big and obvious. Although, now that I move about a bit, it does look like there's a decent amount here. We'd have to go very high up for this one because of the terrain. Also, we totally flew over the bit I was trying to land in. I reckon most of this won't be river, but it looks like a better candidate. Because that's clearly a river. Then you got swamp. Let's nip over there and have a look. God, this F3 screen is just awful. I'm not saying that the better F3 mod should be in Minecraft, but what I will say is this is darn ugly. Like, why has this not changed? Oh, this is using the Redesigning renderer? Did not know that. Well, I do now. Yeah, it looks like we can probably rely... I'm seeing some other types of valley pop up. We can probably rely to some extent on most of this blueness here being river. Yeah, then you got Sakura Valley. In fact, it might be that it transitions from a Minecraft river into one of those around there. Okay, so we're going to build our platform around here somewhere, kind of knowing it's definitely not going to be perfect. What happened to my netherrack blocks? There we go. I am getting sick of this darkness. Let's get rid of it. Also, as others pointed out, you can add the biome info underneath the minimap. Oh! Oh, okay, that could be incredibly handy. Let's give that a try then. Wait, are we talking about, like, what about when I look here? That's what I'm thinking. Like, underneath this. We had some noises in here, by the way. Night Sport, thank you ever so much for 27 months. Obi Hats is here for 2 months with the Prime, and also the Prime is Amchurd for 18 months, 2 Twitch babies. Hey X and chat. Hope you're all having a wonderful week. X, have you heard the Sons of the East, a great band from Australia with folk country vibes? Reminds me of old Mumford and Sons. I have not. That's not really kind of like my wheelhouse of music. Not really what I go for normally. You can see, like here, we're close to this. It's probably this spot that we want to go building. Thank you so much for the subscription, though, my dude. In ocean biomes, drown spawn at Y below 58, or at least 6 blocks below sea level. This restriction does not apply to rivers. Yeah, there you go. For the minimap biome stuff, gear in the top left, info lanes. Info lanes. There's multiple pages here, isn't there? Can I search info? Maybe not. Info lines? Not lanes. Now that is for that bit, isn't it? That's the mini-map. This is the main map. What was that called again? Wait, what if I just type biome here? Biomes in vanilla mode? On? I Can't really see that changing anything on the screen behind us. Information settings in here. That's where we just were. So that does it for that bit. Overlay. This is, as soon as I've gone into this menu, the background, yeah, this is definitely for that bit. So for this bit, I don't think there's an option. Although that was called minimap settings, so maybe there's like another layer here. Oh, no, don't click that. With settings written on it, but I don't see it. I don't see it here. I don't think it's possible. Oh well. So I reckon if you look at that, it's probably just over that way a little bit that you want to build this thing. Yeah, this looks like it. Yeah, it's all river here. That's sort of put me in the middle. I think just about here is fine. Okay. Let's go with that one. Then we need to go into our backpack. Extract all of that again. I've probably lost more cobble again, which kind of sucks. So we might have to use some netherrack and some of these other blocks up there. It will display under the XY on the minimap on the screen, says Slickson. Yeah, we've established it can do that. Biomes in the vanilla world, says Luxy. What does that mean, though? Yeah, let's do this. Last time. Third time's the charm. You know, I saw a cool dialogue from a show which quotes real life. Well, it goes, "Are you ready to head into the unknown? No, let's go." Just gives me that feeling, even if you're not ready to go into the unknown, what's the point of not trying? Yeah. I can see that. I mean, the thing we're doing, like, as a human, you're going to have impulses against things like the unknown because they're unknown. It can be dangerous, right? Survival instincts. But the thing is, in this day and age, we've conquered a lot of those issues. I'm going to go up a little higher with this one. And so it kind of feels like a lot of our insecurities, our anxieties and whatnot, they're kind of supposed to be there for, what's that guy's hierarchy of needs, right? Like this famous idea that as humans we have like a hierarchy of needs, and down at the bottom it's like the basics: food, water, shelter, you know? So I feel like a lot of like anxiety that we feel, and like what you might refer to as perhaps being mental health oriented, I feel like they are mechanisms or tools that we have for surviving the wild. But where we've come out of that environment and now we're in this like ultra, in comparison, you know, a relatively like safe and more prosperous kind of life that you can have, our anxieties map onto different things because of that. And like in the hierarchy of needs, like the more of those levels of needs are, it's Maslow. Okay, I was thinking Laszlo, and I was thinking, isn't that like the GTA radio guy? Maslow then. So like as the base things get taken care of, you go higher up in the hierarchy of needs, and that's where anxiety and depression and other things map themselves to at that point. For me, this helps me tremendously because with my own struggles with like mood and feeling and mental health and stuff, it's a lot of it has always just felt so I don't know quite what the right word is. Maybe unnecessary. It's just like I can just feel down sometimes and anxious about stuff, like out of routine, out of this is just the way I've been thinking about stuff for a long time. And now that I put like a lot of distance between that old way of being and feeling and where I'm at now, I look at things like how knowing that your base needs are taken care of can give me like a lot of pleasure. Pleasure? Is that the right word? A lot of happiness, maybe? Like, I feel like pleasure was the word I was going to say, just when I said it, it didn't sound right. It's like I can take a moment to just like be thankful that those base needs are taken for, right? Comfort, yeah, relief can give you comfort, relief. A lot to be happy for, a lot to be thankful for. It's when you get your mind locked into other stuff that the anxiety and all that becomes really hard. When I look back at when I was more anxious and depressed in the past, I wasn't thinking about like food and survival, right? Like, you were always dealing with these abstract things, and a lot of it is probably like self-worth and comparison to others and paranoia about people not liking you and things like that. But it's so like abstract, and again, I feel like it's the function of these feelings to help you survive in the wild, to, you know, to get you fed and sheltered and understand danger and threats, and now we just map them onto different concepts because of like having those things taken care of for us. So yeah, you go higher up the needs and it gets like mapped to those things. So I don't know what's in like the second tier of those needs, but like when they get taken care of by society, then I imagine like you'll move up to the next tier. So another thing I used to get a bit upset and depressed about was like thinking very existentially. I remember when I was a kid, I used to like lay at night in my bed thinking about like how incredibly vast the universe is and how like inconsequential your role in that is, to the point where I'd literally feel pain in my chest. And I think something a lot of people are probably either not aware of or not comfortable to admit to themselves is that you can relish in that pain and enjoy it. That's something I learned. I kind of realized that as much as there are these really unhelpful thought patterns for myself, I almost seem to like being in them in a weird way. And so I would go back to that way of feeling over and over again. It was like almost addictive, and it was not doing any good for me at all. And I would literally feel physical pain in my chest because of it. A friend that I grew up with as well, like, used to do the same thing. Like, could think themselves into like a state of pain, which is just like a weird thing to be doing. But again, it's like, I look at it now like this is what happens when your base needs are sort of taken care of and you're not very mature. You just sort of like abstract these feelings to these other concepts. I used to get a mild panic attack remembering that I was born and I'm conscious, says Phantom. I can totally understand that, yeah? I can understand how, like, your mind would, like, just go there. Okay, so the hierarchy of needs is physical safety, emotional safety, relationships, self-esteem, self-actualization. Self-actualization, I think, is the one that I've been struggling with a lot over the past few years. But the thing that really helped me was this idea of enjoying the passage of time, where you kind of pivot away from the big picture stuff and just ask yourself, can you do something you enjoy today? And it just makes things like a lot simpler. I feel like I've become like a much simpler person because of that as well. I just, you know, like, what do I do every day? I do my walk-in, I do my exercise, you know, my workouts or whatever it is, and I focus on enjoying that, and then I get to do work, and work is playing games and making content, and I like lean into that. Okay, this is the next part of what I do, and enjoy the process. And then when I have my days off with family and going places, and you know, you'd lean into that bit, because before that I was really struggling, I think, with like trying to do big picture stuff in my head and constantly like thinking about these ideas like, what's the maximum impact you can have on the planet and like help and do good. And like, if you think about that a lot, you'll find a way to be anxious about it, right? Like, this totally makes sense. If you're thinking in terms of, you know, maximal input, like that's not going to get you very far. You can always do more. Like, what should you be doing? 24/7, no sleeping, working on big ideas to change the world. Like, when you put those things into your frame of view, they'll haunt you. You know? Depression is a prison in which you're both the suffering prisoner and the cruel jailer. I love it. I love it constantly. Do you mean you love the depression? But yeah, that's an interesting analogy, and I think I get that. That you know, does that mean you can take some responsibility in your own depression, perhaps? Sometimes going back to depression can feel comforting. It's so familiar. Recovery can be tricky as it's a new and scary feeling to feel content. We're always waiting for the switch to flip again. Everstrew, I totally 100% with you on that one. And for me, I mean, I'm not going to frame... I mean, there was a time when I would have said depression, then it became more about anxiety and realizing, like, these bad thought patterns that I had in my head. But thought patterns for me, like, I could feel myself slipping into these routines where I think and feel a particular way. And it's almost, yeah, it's like a habit or a comfort. It's really like a weird relationship you have with them. But I have very actively like tried my best over the years, and it has been a long journey, like, you know, over 12 years of sort of practicing this idea of when you start to think and feel that way, you've got to move in the other direction. And it ain't something you solve at the inception of that idea. It's just a practice you have to continuously do. Here we go. That's quicker, isn't it? Woo! Okay, now we've got to go all the way back up. And now we've got drowned spawning in it. I can see them already. Brilliant. Let's go stand on our amazing platform. Grey Def says, it all sounds artistic hearing this, but the truth isn't so creative. Let's try and understand what you're saying. Maybe it's just the way I'm talking about it. Maybe I'm being a little poetic with my language or something. Because there's different ways of looking at this. This might be a little thumbnail right here, I don't know. I'm going to take a picture of that very gloomy moment. Right, and that should be it. Let's sleep in our backpack, if it will let us. It does. That's all fine and well, but what if my issue is that I feel like I have no impact at all? Like it's not even about maximizing it, just establishing it in the first place, as Lucro. I would say to that first of all, you can be selfish and you can think about yourself and put yourself first sometimes. Not in a treading over other people kind of way, just acknowledging that you have needs too and you're a human, right? And then second to that, I would say you actually have like a lot of power to do very simple and nice things. It can be really tricky and take a lot of courage to do some of this, but for me, one of the things that brings me pleasure from that perspective is like realizing that being friendly to strangers whenever you talk or bump into each other, or you're in a queue at the shop and someone makes conversation, or you have an opportunity to, even if it's like answering the door, like here's a really simple one. When your next Amazon delivery comes, like go to the door, collect it, and just be friendly and say, thank you, have a nice day. And like, you don't always get a smile back, but sometimes you do. And when you get a smile back, it's such a simple thing to just realize that you helped do that. You know, a smile is not a lie. It's... Hang on a minute, we had drowns here before. Are you telling me we did 3 of these and none of them worked? Maybe the changing, maybe the spawning has changed in this mod pack, like... Or maybe it's a light level thing. Oh, and I just skipped the time. Oh, do you know what? If it's a light level thing... Why? Hang on, no, we got something spawning. Why does it work on Hermitcraft if it's a light level thing? Maybe it's because my original platform was bigger, And the light level changes... Is that... I think that's a squid. Okay, let's mess around here. Light level is 7. I think it might be a case of I just didn't make the platform big enough. It gets down to 5 in the middle. So even if it's not a lot of spawning space, they should be able to spawn here. Right, I might change the time. Oh, no, we did get one. We got one. Maybe I need a bigger platform then. Oh, this is kind of disappointing. We've proved it works, but something's off. I mean, light level 7 and below should be good. Does 1.18.2 have the spawner LL0 only constriction already? I don't know what that is. LL0? Yep, no, it's not 1.18, so no. But look, it looks like we've got another one right in the middle. I could build a roof up here. I think I'm just going to build a roof. Wow, that was quick. I'm going to put a roof on it and see what happens. This is where investing in the building gadget might have been a good idea at some point before. Okay, oh, I can sleep in the day with a hammock. You know, I was thinking of giving myself a break and just advancing time. But, like, I don't want to do that once, then you'll end up doing it twice. Someone's pointed out, though, we can make a hammock. Like, what is that? Wool, stick, and string. So, like, rather than build the thing, we can advance the time and simulate the darker level. I do wonder, is this something that I just, like, put down on the ground? You must hang the hammock on a pair of rope and nail. Oh my god. Just make a hammock! You don't need anything else at all! Okay, rope and nail. Oh, it's like that. String and iron. 1, 2, 3, 4. Might end up building an all-purpose mob farm at this rate. Okay, do that. Do this. Got this. Probably gonna have to place it between some blocks or something, right? Do I need a... Dang it. Do I need like a... Dang it. Do I need like a rope between them? Let's see what chat says. Need 2 rope and nail. You'll need 4 blocks between each rope and nail to hang the hammock. Is that like a minimum of 4? Or exactly 4? Or is it like that? Not enough space? Try again. Ah! Okay. I can work with that. Let's head over there. Right, let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4. What do I want to do? Open that, open this. One of those, one of these. Okay, so up the top here, there's that. And now we can make it nighttime. It's kind of cool. A hammock, I like that. Like, you do... I don't know, like, you can associate the hammock with daytime, right? Is, I guess, the point. Oh, we got them shown. So at what point did the light level really start to come down? Light is still 15. I guess not yet, is the answer. Guys, is everyone going to watch MCC Rising 2 this Saturday, says Light Soul? Well, I'm not, so definitely not everyone is. Because I'm part of everybody. I'll spoil it for all of you. Why does it still say 15 on Sky? Maybe there's something really broken. I guess I'm getting block light from there, but Sky 15? It's nighttime. Does it drop later? Maybe the shaders are messing with it a bit. Oh, that is so weird. Why is it not dropping? One thing's for sure, it does look like we have a few more spawns down there. Hey, and a few more now. And some baby ones, yeah, okay. So this is the way I want it to work. It must be a light level thing, so we can put a roof on this. I can't believe we spent an hour on this. Have we even got a Nautilus shell yet? A naughty shell. I need a naughty shell. Alright. Alright, up we go. Did I see? Yep, one spawn again already. Right then. On that note. On that note. I got a weird feeling phantoms are going to come and get me. If I ain't careful. So I need to block the block the blocks above my head. And then check for Nautilus shells. They have a low percentage chance of dropping. Great, still haven't got any. I'm going to nip to the loo, and I'm going to switch to standing. And yeah, while I'm gone, we'll wait and see how many spawn. I won't be long. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. You should be able to see me. Also, Light Soul, I saw your message. I probably sounded a little mocking. I didn't really mean it like that. I just, I read a lot of comments of like, oh, you know, like, Minecraft sucks. Everybody knows that. And it's just like, the use of everybody. It's just like, no. It's not how it works. Right, this farm sucks, basically, and we're going to have to go do some manual farming. It's kind of bummed out, really. There's no point in having that Waystone if this farm ain't going to be any good. So I might retrieve it and remove it later on. Okay. Oh, no, we've got to go a little bit higher. Do you know what? When I repair my picks, it's just occurred to me that I'm probably also repairing the elytra as well. So I throw down all those XP balls. So yeah, we'll leave this thing here. We'll leave it like that. I'm going to fly off in that distance to that ocean and just see what we get over there. Because while we were trying to build the farm, we actually had a bunch of drowns spawn out here somewhere, didn't we? Oh look, we've even got this thing here. So yeah, big old ocean. I mean, that's a drowned, that's a drowned. Wonder if my javelin attack is, well, it might need to hit a surface. You got a javelin, I see. Let's go ahead and, oh, I got some of those there. Let's go ahead and disable that. And that. And then we do it the old school way. And get some glow ink while we're at it. Hey, look, there you are. Yeah, so we want it to pop into our hotbar so we can see it. This is so weird. When I'm down here, it's like there's no sky. That you don't see the surface. Yes, I did feel it as a bit mocking, which didn't feel nice, but I know you're joking. And yeah, I do feel weird saying everybody. Actually, weirdly enough, you won't believe when I wrote the message, straight away I felt everybody wasn't the right word for that sentence, though I just wanted to ask, who's watching since I'm a fan of it? Yeah, I get it. That's on me. I just, I get annoyed by certain things that I should really, like, not get annoyed by. Like, I get a lot of questions about, like, you know, stuff that's, like, just really not related to me. You know, like when someone comes in and goes, "Where's Mumpo? Where's Grian? What's Grian doing on Hermitcraft?" It's like, yeah, am I your conduit for someone else? I'm supposed to, like, you know, drop what I'm doing and go on a Hermitcraft and let you know what your favourite YouTuber's up to? It's just one of those silly things, right? And so I give the old sarky joke response, and sometimes it's probably just not right. I do want people to know, though, when I make a joke, the idea is for it just to be funny for anyone. I'm not really trying to mess with someone directly or whatever. The Life of L, welcome to the stream. I got a fishing rod. No Nautilus shell. Oh, come on, give me a Nautilus. Hey, he's holding one. Excellent. Oh yeah, that's how it works with drowns, isn't it? Like they literally hold it. I'm gonna go this direction. I feel like I see several of them over here. In fact, maybe quite a few of these. Basically, it's the vertical hitboxes. So you don't have one. You don't have one. You don't have one. You don't have one. Guess what? Probably going to be saying that a lot, aren't I? Thank goodness we only need 3. You know what? How far away do these drowns track you from? Because when I was building earlier, they were like drifting up towards me. You could maybe like stand in a spot and design it so they can't hit you. You go AFK, you come back, and like they've all swum up towards you. Be kind of cool. Hey, we got 2. I wasn't paying attention. This is what I should have done last time. Just come here, kill them one by one. We know for next time. Don't build a farm. Huh. Oh, missed you. Same. Lol. Sometimes I do tell myself not to take it personally and leave it to whatever the person thought when they said that. Sometimes you can work things out, but advice is just not to take anything personally. Yeah, definitely. I mean, ultimately, with a lot of things in life, if you just take ownership of the situation, then like that's the end of the problem, right? If I say the problem lies with me, I can make a response, an action, a change based on that, and that's the end of that. But like, I'm torn because people love the humour. I know they do. They love the silliness, and I like it too. But sometimes it doesn't work. What's this? Hard not to tweak drops for drowns, though. Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe a Kagerian mob spawner with a drowned egg in it would work. Who knows? Like, in my mind, you want to create a fun experience. It's just a bit unfortunate that, despite doing some research, I didn't catch the whole height thing in the ocean. I could have maybe done a bit more. I did do it rather hastily, just in between other stuff, which is typically my problem. Although I did make a really cool redstone contraption earlier today, but I'm saving that one because I think I can make a really cool video with it. Just gonna work on a few more ideas to go with it, and do like an old school free awesome redstone contraptions video. They have like a 3% chance of spawning with a naughty shell. This is where Dolphin's Grace might actually be kind of useful. Now that block sound that we just heard, that must have been from one throwing a trident at me, surely? Ice spawners and dark utilities have got like 2.5k shells in a few hours, says Kiko. Dang. But it ain't that simple, right? Like, how long does it take to get all the infrastructure and items you need set up? It's always like that. It's always like, but there's more. You know, I don't even know if I have the resources to craft all that stuff. Last time we looked into it, you know, you did tons of black opal, and that'll put me off. I might have gotten myself a trident. Wait, I just heard a trident being thrown at me. Which wouldn't have a naughty shell if they got a trident, right? I don't think it works like that. Dude, this guy's dodging. Probably need to go back up again. This is certainly the way to find them, though, that's for sure. Faster than the farm that I built. Or failed to build. True, it's not cheap, but you can change out the eggs anytime, so it can grind most mobs except phantoms and ghasts. That is not what I was both told and tested myself. I tested it, you can't change mob eggs. Do you have looting free? I do. I don't think looting actually affects. I think it literally just has to hold one, and it's a % chance of it holding one. So I don't think looting makes any difference here. Like, you literally need to see it, because it's spawned in holding one is the idea. Also, is it, like, some of these are damaged. I wonder if my chaining attack is, like, going a long distance. Wow, we reached 25 levels. There's structures here. These could have had some generating with them. I thought looting gave you a higher chance of having drowned with a shell drop the shell. No, no, no. Like, if a drowned has a shell, it drops it, right? That's the way that works with that mob. Okay, you see it holding the shell and it drops it. It has a 3% chance to spawn and appear in the world holding a shell. Okay, so looting doesn't make a difference. Because it's not using a drop table to determine if it's going to drop something or not. It's already holding it. That's just one of the quirks of drowns, right? 3 to 8% chance to hold one. That's not correct. I think it's 3% on Java and 8% on Bedrock. It's a fixed number, not a variable. Well, we got the first two relatively quickly. Of course, this one's going to take forever. I only need one more, that's correct. That drop looked like it dropped something extra. Let's get down there again. Bam, take that. It's not entertaining this anymore, is it? Chat, if you got any questions, throw your questions in the chat. We got talkie time here. That guy, I could have swore we just saw pop into existence and it had low health. What do you got? What do you got? I think that was a fishing rod. Hey, I guess we're stocking up on rotted flesh, which is a bit of a weird thing to say. Although, can we... No, you trade that to villagers. You don't get them from villagers, do you? X, do you listen to the Imp and Skiz podcast? I do. I do. I haven't listened to, like, every single episode, but I've become a listener. I've, like, from the beginning, like, watched occasional ones, but I think recently they really found their stride. And, or maybe I've just become more accustomed to it, but I've really been loving it. It's a great podcast. I really hope that they continue doing it for the love of it, because the podcast space is incredibly difficult to succeed in. And coming from a space like YouTube where you've had success, it's so easy, I think, for a creator to like look for numbers as a indicator of like, is this going where you want? Is this doing what you want? Everyone wants to have a podcast that takes off and, you know, brings in millions of views or whatever, right? But it's got to be one of the most difficult and crowded spaces to crack. And as great as what they're doing is, they're in like a highly competitive space for people's attention. I hope that never discourages them. I hope that they continue doing what they're doing out of the love of it, because it really is a great podcast and brings a lot of value to those of us listeners. They've definitely become more comfortable chatting on camera, says Everstrew. Yeah, and also with having guests on, like, you can see them growing and getting comfortable with that too. Like, the fact that they're just sort of evolving into this space and getting better at it, that can go a long way if they stick at it as well, you know. You can get really good at interviewing and all that sort of stuff. So with Kagerium, did they remove the key to take the mob egg out? Is that what you're saying not long ago? I tested it and I was told that you can't change the mob egg, but I did a test myself. There's no way to change it. Like, you can't just swap mob eggs in and out. You have to... Each farm is one mob, basically, and it's expensive to begin with anyway. Oh, it's a trident. What's all this down here? Dude, there's just a crazy amount of trident things here. Weird. Some guy, like, stuck in a loop forever shooting. They hit pretty hard. Dude, aren't tridents supposed to be the rare ones here? I'm gonna drown, aren't I? Wait, was that drowning damage that just got blocked? That could actually be what happened. It's true for Kagerium. Ice spawners is different and you can swap eggs freely. Oh, interesting. I'll have to look into that. Come on. It's hard to go back to vanilla after using VH abilities and stuff, says Kirk. For me, not so much, because you're playing the Vault Hunters game. You're not. I haven't really been playing a lot of vanilla Minecraft, have I? I've been just running vaults a lot. Take that. can dash to reach the water surface. I did that a second ago and it didn't do anything. Imp and Skiz have definitely been getting the balance right between just trying to tell people what to do versus reflecting on their own experiences transparently. I'm a big fan of it. Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at. Maybe early on it was a bit more like advice-y, and now it's a bit more in the reflective direction. It was super interesting to hear Impulse talking about like comparing himself to other creators. I've done a lot of that myself. It's very fascinating how like when you're on the up, you can really like lean into that and enjoy it, and then when the numbers go in the other direction, you know, you're asking yourself what you're doing wrong. And I'm trying to get to a point where I step away from all of that, finally! And I'm focusing on, like, what do I want to do? I'm really leaning into that. So I've been really proud of my last 2 Hermitcraft episodes. So, like, regardless of how they perform, I know that I really leaned into something I wanted to do. And I feel good about that. And that needs to be like my reference point, right? Let's go home. Cool. Now, how long that thing takes to recharge? Quite a while. But that was a big upgrade. But dang, I mean, the amount of time that took was kind of silly. I need a vault run just to wind down. I can't do any base stuff right now. I'm done on that front. I'm like, ugh. I had this big plan. We were gonna get loads of stuff done with the Waystones and farms, and it's like, nope. Not today, Jose. Okay, so some of this stuff belongs in the backpack. Oh yeah, netherrack. Probably need a couple more stacks of that. Alright. Definitely needed more of that. He's going here. Swap that around. What's the objective for our run? I think we still just want to hit up a chrome room. Let's get some bottles here as well. Get some bottles out. Yeah, I think we're just sort of kind of the same thing we were doing last time. I do wonder if we need to collect more loot at some point. If I probably invest a little bit more into, I don't know, like Kagerium and ice spawners and stuff, right? Like, we could look into that today, actually. That wasn't my plan. Actually, my brain has just reminded myself that I wrote down a list of what I want to do, and Kagerium and ice spawners was not a part of that. What was making some new tool types. Compass and empty loot belts. Empty loot belts? Oh yeah, that doesn't work anymore. Finally done with the drowned farm? Yeah, I guess. I mean, we don't have a drowned farm. We should have just done what we did straight away, but hey. Live and learn, I think. Or forget. Live and forget. That's usually the way I do it. Do we want to modify this? It's... Until I know I really want to hit some gilded chests up, it's like, probably worth saving onto these. Because I'm probably going to go the road of XP, like... We do need to get XP and progress, so if I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing, I'm going to lean in that direction. Oh, that's probably a taker for me. Might be a while before we see Hunt the Guardians again. The rewards, though, is another reason to take these. Yeah, that could be a while, so... The rewards there look better if you ask me, big time. That's some great rewards, because we're going to get that pretty much next time. So, looks like we're going to do a mining run. Right, so that gives me an incentive to run around looking for a room that has the ores. And that incentivizes me to... Let's press the right button. That also incentivizes me to find a chromatic iron room. So it looks like we're going on a ore mining run. Let's empty this as well. Alright. Lots of kelp. Gathered lots of accidental kelp, it seems. Goes up there. Bring these things down. And what goes there after we... Oh, no, wait. That's the correct layout. That's the correct layout. The thing that I'm missing is that. I'm just going to put it up there. Alright, we're good to go. Turn on pickup on belts before vault. Oh, thanks for the reminder, chat. Yeah, alright. Vault run time. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to just change my setup a little bit. I'm going to grab my anti-fatigue mat. Oh, I tell you what, today, fitness and health, you know I love talking about it. Just must have slept wrong. My like left glute and leg and like that connected area, like your hamstring to your glute, just feeling sore and rotten all day. But it started feeling like that when I was sleeping. I wonder sometimes, do you really just sleep in funny positions that give you these like aches and pains? Or is it like you're paying for yesterday, you know, like had a big active day, went for a run, that stuff just like seems to catch up with you in the night. I don't know. But dang, I was just like, oh, this is awkward. It felt it all day. It's slowly faded. It's called getting older, says another JT. No. Like, this is... I appreciate what you're saying, but like, I've had this my whole life. Probably happened less when I was younger, but every now and then you do just like get aches and pains, and it feels like it's the way you slept. Like, why would you wake up with a bunch of pain in your leg, you know, after you've slept? You haven't been running on it, right? Like, you've been sleeping. So, anyway, enough about that. Let's do the run. Here we go! Vault run time. Let's go. Okay, artifacts, but our objective, Waystone. Our objective today, healing effectiveness. Oh, okay. Just that's it in here, is it? The tint is a bit ugh. So no water could potentially mean that we got ore straight away. So as for those artifacts, if we're playing a run around game, if I think about it for a second, you've probably got a decent chance. Okay, ornate is pretty good. You've probably got a decent chance of getting 5 of those if your strategy is like moving around a lot. Oh. Okay. Ah! Oh, it's a little one! Oh, and then more of them spawns? Wow. Do they get poisoned? Okay, that's good. I can deal with this. Kind of. I mean, you're slow. And gross. Right. Come on. All of my mana is gone. Hey, that was a... Oh, no, it wasn't. I was about to say, that was like a stronghold one. What we got down here? Is that the bedrock? Oh, hello. Oh, rude. What about that one? Okay, I'll take it. Not an ore room, right? That was kind of the other thing I was looking for. So I might bounce on this. I find, isn't ore rooms when they're up the top usually not so good? Oh yeah, we should totally take this. Okay. And then up top. Can't really see. Yeah, I don't think there's much going on here. Did I mark the entrance? West Home? I didn't. So we want to go around this way and go straight ahead as we usually do. I might stick my head up here quickly. Nah, this isn't what we want. On to the next room. Quick navigation is important. So this is like one that I'm told is basically a dud room. At this point, seems to be the key thing there. So we shall continue on. Okay, what am I seeing? Doesn't look like ore. That is ore! Woohoo! This might be an ore room. Let's find out. Oh! Where are we going, fellas? Yeah, easy, easy. Right. Oh, now I'm poisoned. Nothing! Lame. Absolutely lame, but this looks better. And that's all here. Okay. So now do I have to get... I have to mine that many ores, don't I? As opposed to just get the things from them. Wow, I'm bad with words today. I am bad with words. Cool, that works. Nothing there. Hey, it is definitely an ore room, which is what we were looking for. Yeah, that should be most of them. Down we go. Oh, hello. Oh, just... Okay, apparently my vanilla pick is good for this. Dude, why are there so many of you? Swords, to the ready. My god, they're not very strong, those ones, are they? Yep, let's go up and out. Oh, what's this? Levels? We got that because of all those drowns we killed, right? Oh, and I guess this lot too. So, I observed this earlier and I noticed this black box, but I didn't think it was an ore room when I looked at this one. However, I guess now we know it is. There's no chests over here is what I should have noticed. Okay, so now we want to head up. Well, that was terrible. Level 50 increases the number of mobs in horde spawns. Yeah, but like, it felt like we killed them all off, and then they just kept coming. Like, after a delay though, right? That's sort of what it felt like. I don't know what actually happened. Wow, is this like up top terrain that doesn't actually generate anything? Seems to be so. Onto the... Oh, hang on. Missed that. This looks a good one. Yeah, that's right. You can't get to me. Oh, you can. Dang it, you can get to me. What about your friend? Yeah, that'll do. Oh, and down we go. Painite. Pain in the bumite. Okay. 11. 11, not bad. On we go. No artifacts spotted. Not a bother. Is this an ore room is the question. Dang it. Combat be terrible. Nice. Recover, recover, that's what that was. Dude, come on, die already. What do we get there? Something good, I hope. Ooh, what's that thing? Is that living chests, I see? Oh look, they're coming from both sides. I saw ya, I saw ya. Where'd you come from? In here? What you doing in here? Hiding away? Wow, I can fire this javelin pretty quick. Die already! Oh, I'm poisoned. What's the point? Trying to avoid that. Trying to change my diet. Less poison. Okay. Was that it? Just the one? And then a little bit of coin. Sort of not what we're really doing this run for, is it? Maybe I should be focusing a bit more on that actual objective. I'm kind of, you know, while we're here, but maybe that's not the way to do it. Rude with the burping. Oh, how are you not dead? Dude, I thought his health was like 1 hit left for some reason. Okay. Don't know what happened there, but fine. Those lamps are cool. So we should probably head down. Not seeing ore. Is that ore? No. There's water here. Artifacts. Maybe I didn't make the best of decisions there, but the water will help. Keep them at bay this way. Oh, actually, I kind of don't know where I'm going. And there's a dead end here. Nice. We're dealing with them. Wait, does this guy have thorns? Dude, why am I not hitting you? Okay. Oh, didn't mean to do that. That's the next way. Okay, so now that we've got one, we'll move on. Right. Yeah, now you're seeing me lean into our strategy a little better. There's a pylon down there, which is nice. I don't see any water yet. Let's try down here first. Oh! Hit from behind, didn't land in the water. Better grab that. Where am I getting hit from? Yeah, this is all chest, chest, chest. Ornate, mate. Dang it, hit someone. Oh, that guy's strong. Out of my way, suckers. That'll do. Woo! Over we go. Right, what about that one? Oh, okay. That was kind of cheeky. I see we've got a raid coming in. I see activity. As you know, when we run the vaults, I am heavily distracted and focused. Which sounds really weird to say those. Like, I'm either focused or distracted. Right? Oh, okay, we got lots coming in. I want the ornate, that's all I want. I can just lure the fat guy away. Okay, now we've got time. Nice. Okay, and there's that guy. I think I'm going to move to the next room. I don't think I saw an artifact. No ore pits. That's gilded. Sneaky little grab. Okay, down we go. And we're heading in the correct direction. Excellent. Welcome all the raiders. Thank you, Pearl, for the raid. It's a potato party happening. Welcome, peeps. We have just launched our first run for the day, and there it is. Look at that. What's next to it, though? What one is that? I need to check before I activate it. Oh, there's water everywhere. Oh, I missed the water. Ridiculous. What type are you? Mana. Let's do that now. And then wreck these fools. While the mana recovers a little bit. Okay, now I'm activating everything that's nearby. Let's use this to our advantage, actually. Okay, so now, when I attack those easier ones, we're sort of attacking all of them because of the chaining. That's kind of my thinking there. Except, I kind of got the ones I don't want, like, closest to me. Ah, well. We'll be fine. They're all going to die eventually, right? Okay, I'm not doing this very well. Oh, the water's good. The water slows them down. This I can live with. I don't know where the rest of them are trying to go. Oh. We get them all? We got them all. I could leave if I want to. I think I'm going to leave. That being said... it was coin pile over there. Now, let's go. I didn't see any stuff to mine down here, so that's that run. Now we've got to head east again. I think. Let's have a quick look up top. Okay, no, I'm going to leave. Cheesecake party? Right, now I'm confused. Are we being raided a second time? Oh, we reached the final one. Okay. We been raided a second time, or is this some sort of alternative to the potato party? Thank you for the cheesecake, though. XP levels. Oh, yeah, I don't have enough. Should have checked first. I guess they're getting harder now, aren't they? Now that we're level 50. So if I get like 7 more levels, I might be able to nab that while I'm here. Yeah, I think I can. 5, 6. Just need like 1 more. Yeah, and if you keep clicking on it, it's easier to get 1 level than it is 6. Right? Like, because it scales upwards. So there you go. I think I'll take these since we're here. Oh my god. And then more of them came. Is there something hidden back here? Oh, there's you. Right. What are we going to do? Bounce on this room, I think? I see No, I don't think that's ore. Okay, I'm gonna bounce. T2 zombies burp, they heal themselves. Ah, that explains how it's I thought it had low health and it didn't. Oh wow, there's a lot of you. Okay, I'm gonna take the right hand turn, so we've got to make a left hand turn later on. That is the trick. Cheesecake is not cheesecake. Oh dear. Well, now I'm very confused. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed Pearl's stream. I think I saw she was playing Zelda or something, right? I've never played a Zelda game, I don't think. Okay, this room is like not showing itself, whatever's in here. Based on time, we're actually not doing good. We're not doing good on any of our objectives at the minute. This does not have an artifact. I am bouncing. And what way is out of here? So that way? Yeah, west is home. West is home. We did indeed finish Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, awesome. Always good to finish a game. Wrap up an adventure. Hope it was good fun. For me, my game schedule is going to be... Oh, it's a diamond room. I kind of don't want that right now, do it? Would an artifact spawn in here? Don't think so. Let's not get too turned around. Let's continue on. I didn't get to finish my thought. Yeah, I'm going to play City Skylines later this year. That's my like big game that I'm looking forward to. Had Diablo 4. Played that to myself. Did a stream on it actually, just to kind of like vent my thoughts, show people what I've been up to, that kind of thing. I really enjoyed it, but kind of ended up being a bit of a grind, that game, which is obviously the point. But, you know, once I see that loop and I get all the way through it and the storyline's done, I'm just, like, immediately uninterested. I kind of knew it would be that way. I thought the story of Diablo 4 was, like, it was okay. Oh, wait, another one of these? Jeez, I'm going to bounce. The dialogue was, like, just really hard to get invested in the characters. And a lot of the boss fights were really repetitive. It's kind of my experience. I know it's a hack and slash, but it just felt like the boss fights, occasionally they would get like kind of creative with them, but a lot of the time it wasn't. Oh, I didn't want to come down here because I've hardly seen anything of interest in this space. Just making sure we're going the right direction again. Just a heads up, Twitch was being a bit odd earlier when I refreshed. The screen was white and I couldn't see the stream anymore. Sometimes it's like that. Hey, this might be a way to turn a bad run into a good one, right? This could also backfire tremendously. By the way, I'm yet to have bad luck when doing this, so don't know what that means. Okay, here we go. If it's bad, I've got to go straight back up, remember? Then you got to wish me luck. It's good again! Woo! We'll take, we'll take. Okay, that turned it around. Let's see. Making our lap. Getting our items. Check in at each corner. Oh, I saw a chaotic focus come through then. Well, that certainly has turned this run around, hasn't it? It feels like there's a lot of them in this one. Oh, there's a lot, isn't there? This is like our best one yet. Dang. Plenty of good loot coming. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Nice. That definitely made this... Oh my... Dude, how many are there over here? I'm losing track. I'm looking and I'm like, hang on a minute. I can see them everywhere. Okay, that's our first dud. There's 3 here? That feels way too generous. Look, I missed one. There's so many. Okay, crazy luck. I might pick some of that yellow wool up while I'm here. There you go, there's a big batch of it. I think that's all of it. Let's head out of here. Good stuff. So, potentially sour run turned into a pretty good one. Right, now, I'm noticing that the compass is pointing there. I think we're about to go around the vault room itself. So with 6 minutes left, I think we just want to keep on pace here. Hope for the best with the artifacts, right? Yeah, this doesn't look like a good layout. We'll check down below. Wrong button. Nah, there's nothing here, is there? Any ores? No, just chests. Okay, I'm gonna bounce. Oh, is there a way out here? That'll do. Yep, so we're alongside the vault. We need to go around it, so we're taking a left turn of this room, and it is 2 in 1. I got to. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Am I pushing my luck now? I kind of feel like, let's see what the next room is. Just because if it's chromatic iron ore, I want to mine that and not die there. It's not chromatic iron ore, so I'll go for it. 2 in 1, you got a 50-50 chance, right? That's what they say. Also, I'm going to do this just to remind me that's the way out. Heal up, down we go. Let's try it again! No chromatic iron ores in this theme. I wish someone had told me that earlier. Oh dear, I might have changed my strategy a little bit, but probably not. Oh, I am a gambling man. I am a gambling man, and it has paid off. Wow. As you may or may not know, I am not a fan of gambling IRL, and I never do it. Not even in the easiest or most inconsequential or friendly of contexts. I don't like gambling at all. Yeah, this one definitely doesn't have as many chests as the last one, but when we get back, we're just going to have oodles of loot. Oodles of loot thanks to this. Okay. Is that most of it, I think? I think we've done the full lap, right? That one definitely had like a fair bit less. Just fair, you know? 2 in 1. Bit cheeky, maybe. 3 minutes remain. In this cave, there's diamond ores. Right, okay. So if I had the right theme, I may have found 2 of the correct rooms for our needs. Oh, we're behind the vault. Okay, I'm gonna go straight. Maybe have a quick glance. That's ornate, isn't it? No, that's an ore room. Oh, we got ore room. Okay, we got to do this right at the end here. Got to do an ore room. Just don't get turned around. We saw where the vault was. Okay, this is what we want. Let's find out what we got in here, eh? Is that it? Just the one? Probably it. Come on, out we get. Not having fun there, am I? Right, over here. That's a fat guy. Yeah, there's that healing cloud. Tier 3. Nice, using the critical hit to speed things up a little bit. That's not great looking, is it? That's more like it. Oh, where's this third wave of them then? Is there like a delay before it... Oh my god, this is a crazy high one. This is probably going to be our last pinch. This will be the last attempt. Oh, here we go. And that bit. Right. Gosh, this is so much stuff. Yeah, let's go up a little bit closer. 1 minute 30. Probably time to bounce now. There might be like plenty more ores up top, but I think we've got to bounce. Get out of here. That was good. That was good. Unfortunately, not a winning run. I don't. If I run across an artifact, just knowing that there's like 2 left, I don't think it's worth it. Also, I pretty much got to run straight back, I think. So that we're going to be alongside it, but then we've got to get in front of it. Okay, so now it's on our left. Yeah, this isn't going to be too tough, is it? Then we go left. And then left again. 40 seconds remain. We got this. We got this. Anything I want to grab on the way out? I don't think so. Maybe dripstone, but this is just the odd one, isn't it? Right. What about some of this rooted dirt? Now let's get out of here. 20 seconds left. Alright, so... yeah, not a lot of XP at all. Didn't really complete any objectives, but insane amount of ornate chests, which was cool. Quite a few mobs killed. Let's check out our objectives. So we've got about half of the Larimar one done. That's cool. I think I want to go straight back in for another run. Let's go ahead. Let's see. We haven't checked this today. Now, why do I feel like everyone in chat's going to be like, oh my god, grab the Phoenix Feather. Oh, quickly now, X, grab that Phoenix Feather. Is that what y'all are going to be like, chat? Is that an epic item? Nah, probably not worth it. Oh, okay. What does a feather do? Good point. What does that do? It looks amazing. Oh! So I could make one with some of that, which you get somewhere else. Huh. Some of you think it's not worth it. Let's see if we have any of that Phoenix dust yet. I do, so I could easily make one if I wanted to. Okay. Turns out it's not such a great thing. So those items go into there. In the backpack. We could re-roll that, by the way, in a second. Let's check out what we got in here. Yeah. I'm not surprised to see all of those rolls. Oops. Put that back. Then in here there'll be more, probably. Yep. Let's just do it that way. There we go. And then this whole process. EB. We do need to figure out if there's a way to speed up this at some point. No idea what that would look like. How are the discs doing? Dang, just... yeah, those storage drawers ain't holding those items, that's for sure. I mean, some of them will be, but some of them need upgrades. Cool, only a few bits left. We've got a booster pack. Right, that I want to hold on to. And then extract all of that. Cool. Put the repair core back in, put that over there. Let's open up this thing. Okay, so now we've got like a crazy amount of items. And honestly, I think I might end up just junking some of these like really quickly. Because it's just going to be crazy to get through them all. Like already, inventory full. I do actually have just 3 spaces left. Let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3. Actually, wait, don't I need to just click that? Yeah. Wow, look at that! Epic Volt Axe. Should I hold on to it? I don't use the axes. Everyone tells me they suck. Slow attack speed, no chaining. Okay. 4 implicits is pretty interesting. Let's go scrap the axes. Amiga leggings, people are pointing. How do you know this stuff? I guess you recognise the textures. Oh wait, those? Wait, I just hovered over it. Amiga, yeah, we got Amiga leggings. Oh, okay, we're doing some item stuff. We're doing some item stuff, peeps. It's happening. Okay, so axe and axe go in. Yeah, then maybe I'll just scrap anything like lower, like that. There's an axe. Right, a sword. Sweeping hit chance, attack speed. Well, that's an interesting one to have. It's not comparing it against that one, though. Why does it look so shiny to me? Common versus rare. So, its implicits are kind of on the low side. Re-rolling its implicits could be good for attack damage, but you'd have to get it on the high end. I don't know. I never know, do I? Nah, unless it's got copiously, I'm not really interested. Like 12? Hello? What did I just say? So range is better, velocity is better, lacks durability, but has that huge copiously boost. That is probably a winner. So that one can get trashed. Okay, wands. I'm not really doing wands at the moment. And maybe hold on to one if it's got like a common. I don't know. I'm going to scrap the wands for now. Maybe hold on to that one. Okay, what about this? We've got an epic. Better armor. Lots of durability. Increased ability power. Could potentially re-roll that. But yeah, 20 attack damage is pretty epic. So what we got? Epic is better than rare, isn't it? And rare's better than common. Right, I'm going to get rid of those leggings. That one, honestly, like, we'd sacrifice movement speed and the mana regen. That's kind of close. I don't know. What else we got? I don't want to spend ages, like, re-rolling stuff. Let's get rid of this scrappy one. Increased attack damage, I like. 10% movement speed. Oh, now we're talking. Let's hold on to that one. Okay, that's going up top. Where are we putting these? The leggings are there. These three up here are the things, aren't they? They're the things. So, that's only common, though. I guess what I want is rare. I think I'm going to pass on that one. Probably pass on that one as well. Pass on this. Pass on that. Okay, so epic is better than common. But it's competing with like 50 and 20, like the highest on two really good stats of ours. That's what's annoying about it. So I might pass on that. What about this one then? Also epic. See, that's got the attack damage, right? So that's like keeping level with it. So maybe we should roll that empty suffix. I think I'm going to roll that empty suffix. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing, didn't I? Did I? What did I remove? Oh, I removed I removed something that I didn't really want because the attack damage I wanted to keep. So we just got item quantity, no mana regen, but health. That's potentially. I think I would prefer the. Nah, that's not really competing. That's not really competing. I feel like I'm just gonna go down a rabbit hole of like trying to re-roll stuff. Like that's probably worth seeing if you've got the mana regen, which we don't. So I'm probably just gonna scrap that. Yeah, really, what I got to look at is swapping out the ones with more prefixes and suffixes. This is just competing with that 50% mana regen now. So probably going to scrap all of that and mess around with these ones. Those rare boots are probably worth rolling. These ones? Yeah, they definitely are, aren't they? Even though it's like common, it's because of that speed. Right, I don't want to do tons of this, so I'm getting rid of all of that. Don't scrap, says Endemism. Too late. Okay, so here, what are we looking at? It's Omega. We could potentially re-roll the implicits and try and get something better than crit resistance, I think. Now, the health is slightly... because we're only edging a little bit. We have to get really good prefixes to make a difference here. I kind of feel like with this, you've got to like re-roll the whole thing, got to rebuild it. So, how do we re-roll implicits? Reforge all implicits. That's the tier of a random modifier. So if I hit this... okay, we did it keep it the same and just roll them different? Didn't we have crit hit already? Modify and reforge all implicits. Let's try it one more time. Ah, we got 26 mana. So now it competes with the one on the left. It's taking a step down, but if we can get the prefixes and the suffixes right, I think I'll be happy with that. So let's go and reforge all prefixes and suffixes. So now we've got health, increased ability, power, and armor. I'd go again on that. Much better with health. Ah, look at that. In keeping our increased attack damage, not getting the extra armor. But then, is it really worth it for poison avoidance, item rarity, and cooldown reduction? We need more of an edge on that. I noticed we're running out of bronze here. Wild focus those bad boys. Let's make sure we got our focuses here, like, moved over, as they should be. And then let's grab bronze. And some plate. Okay, bronze goes in. I'll do. Did I want to use that sword? I think I was just... I don't know, looking at it. So that's our Omega, right? So I kind of think we want to re-roll again with this. So now we got resistance, health, totem rejuvenation. Okay, not feeling it. Increased ability, power, and health. The crafting potential is going down, I'm noticing. What does that mean? Right, armor is good. Mana regen, hello. Maybe that's the one that we stick with, because we'd be keeping item rarity up. Quantity, okay, we can do without. I've had a lot of poison recently, so 49% less would be nice. So 1 for knockback resistance, that's kind of good. Increased attack damage. That is tradable. I would say that's not a big jump up, really. That's the main thing, but I think it's slightly better. I think it just kind of... it barely wins out, actually. You get... wait a minute. You got less health. You got less armor. You got the same armor. Less... you know what? I don't think it does. Maybe the mana regen helps, but... let's try again. That. Okay, that's a better roll. Poison avoidance. Trap disarm. And then we've got... oh, yeah. I can hover over here. We've got item rate. Okay, now we're onto it. There you go. That's got to be better. Like, maybe a little less on the armor and health, but more increased attack damage. Item rarity, trap this. Again, actually, when I spell it out, like, they're almost the same, because the mana is about the same. You just get the poison avoidance, the item rarity goes up, and the trap disarm chance. Oh, someone points out there's a big increase in durability. That is true. We haven't really been suffering much with repairs. Honestly, they're kind of pretty similar. I'm kind of tempted to roll again, but it took us a minute to get those rolls. What about using these focuses? I didn't put these in, by the way. How many focuses are there in this thing? Because yeah, like, I haven't even seen this anymore. Resilient. The Nine Gods, thank you ever so much for your 90 months of support, my dude. Thank you ever so much for supporting the channel. Appreciate it ever so much. And hope you're enjoying today's one. Crafting potential determines the cost of re-rolling everything. Every operation decreases the potential, and by doing so increases the cost of future operations. Oh, okay. So the more I roll it, the worse it gets. It really just feels like it's probably splitting hairs. I was getting a little excited on that one. But I think the idea is to get, like, the Omega gear, right? So on this occasion, I'm just going to go with it. And just be like, alright, then let's have it. Yeah, and then we can just chuck those into something else. Like, into one of our chests. Which forever is holding gear I'm probably never going to use. So I think one thing we've got to establish is the implicits have got to be good. Implicits here are better. So is the health and increased attack damage. This is where we're trading out a common for a rare, right? The thing that we lose is the mana regen. If I can get mana regen on those boots, they'll be epic. The only thing is, like, I have one roll to get it, basically. And it's poison avoidance. And that's it. I don't think there's a way to just remove the suffix, right? Chaotic focus it? I don't know what a chaotic focus is. I haven't got there. Oh. Oh, oh, interesting. Yeah, okay. Maybe what I should have done is use one of these, then. If I had one for mana. Which I don't think I did, as it goes. You can craft mana regen? How do we do that? Ah. Oh, I did not know. That's not crafting. That's getting it from scrapping. How do you craft it? Am I missing something? Through the modification table. I've totally forgotten about this. Can I do that now? I've totally forgotten about this. So, remove crafted... Okay, that's not what we have. Requires discovery. Item has no open pre... So if it had an open suffix... Or is it prefix? We could have come in here with... Mana regen? 21 to 30%. Ah, dang. Can I do that now? No, it needs to be open, right? So I guess I would have to get lucky and remove a random modifier and just hope it's the one we want. Wait, why is it showing me the other leggings? No, is it? I picked up the wrong thing here. Did I just confuse myself? It's that one. Yeah. I need to get rid of poison avoidance. It didn't get rid of poison avoidance. Now it did. So, if I came over here, maybe what I could do is put both mana regen in. And can I do attack? I can actually do attack damage. Interesting. Was it attack damage it was competing with? No, it was health. Oh, I could pick what I want. Oh, that's really... Okay, that's really different. So I need bronze and... Was it that? Did I see that in there? The one with two things either side. That one. I'm assuming it's going to take it from my inventory now. That seems selectable. That's gold, not bronze. That's gold. They look quite similar, those two. Right, so I'm starting to see. I'm starting to learn more. I'm starting to see where this stuff goes. Right, because maybe that Amiga one, I could have built out what I wanted more than relying on the rolls. Interesting. So I can add 41 to 50 mana on the suffix, just like that. That's better than rolling, but it is pricey. 39. Okay, so then, what do I want as my prefix? Because I could pick armor, although we're already going up. This thing doesn't actually have attack damage, and maybe, now that I know we do it this way, when I get an Amiga later on, we can better manipulate all of this stuff. So, it might be better for me to go with armor to keep myself strong. So we could put 3 to 4 extra armor on it, or durability. Its durability is pretty decent, it's on the higher spectrum. Resistance is similar to armor. I think resistance might be a strong case. Cooldown reduction could be pretty powerful. And then you got healing. I mean, it's all choices, 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 isn't it? I'm not sure where the best synergy is for us right now. We're good on attack damage. It's either resistance or armor. You can't add another crafted, only one. Really? Oh, right, because it's not saying I can't add more right now, but I guess it'll probably say that in a second. Let's say we're going to roll armor on that. It took away the other one. Right. That's... Oh, that's a bummer. No, wait. What happened there, then? Did I look at the wrong thing? Mana regen, there it is. So it removes the other one. Okay, fair enough. So you can only do that once. So then we have to put a prefix on it. 10 ability power. You know, apples and oranges. I need more emeralds, but we have emeralds up here. I'm learning this, but like, it is grindy, but the more I do it, I think I'll get there. I think I'll suss out, you know, how to do this properly. Because I haven't really leaned into it much. I still don't feel like I need to do it that much yet. But we're learning. I'm breaking. Which do I normally get? Soul Spit? No, I'd get Depth Strider, wouldn't I? So, new boots. Are we putting those on as well? Or did I say that that was basically splitting hairs? It really is splitting hairs. Except I actually equipped the one. Yeah, I equipped it, didn't I? Then Magnet. Okay, so copiously we absolutely want. I don't see the need to reroll any of those stats, honestly. So even though it's a scrappy, do you think it's worth taking for that copiously? I think it's worth it. Although it's got, this one's got a mining speed prefix. I don't actually know how important that is, so I should probably hold on to that. Let's put Unbreaking on it. And then put it over here. And then the other one's going to go in the backpack, just so if we notice the mining speed slows down. The mining speed is blooming good, says Kesslers. Yeah, I think you might be right about that one. Anyway, I can swap it back if need be. I'm going to scrap that sword. Honestly, I'm going to just scrap this stuff. I don't enjoy this whole process that much. I'm getting used to it. I'm starting to see how it works. But it's like not really a favorite activity for me. Like a lot of rolling and gambling and I don't know, sinking a fair bit of time into this. Let's go and put those things back. Probably put the bronze in there as well, but not the gold. Okay, so let's go see what the next run is. Oh yeah, we got to put the crystal in. That's a lot of snowballs. Gold, pork chops, blackstone, and then quite a few snowballs. I have enough. Personally, I use a few small client mods and play on paper server. My fave is probably schematics. Oh, I need to. Wait, did I make a note on my phone earlier? I did. Okay, I know what that is. Sorry, just something happening. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, gold, pork chops. Now let me check something. I need to check something. Oh, okay, I need to go for a second. Oh, okay. Probably didn't actually need to go. Iskal says, game is designed so you don't have to participate in the gear rolling. Average gear is more than adequate. There is a high ceiling to opt into, which can make the game more enjoyable as you get more powerful. Yeah, I'm glad you said that, actually, because like, I've been getting this feeling of, like, I'm probably, like, overthinking all these different numbers that are being shoved in my face, so, like, yeah, they, you know, like, this Amiga gear we just put on, we're literally splitting hairs with it, right? It's probably going to make barely a difference, but at some point I would like to, like, focus a little bit on a particular thing. Kind of get, Oh, interesting. So Iskal put a message in chat, and it's not until I mention Iskal's in chat that chat goes wild. So some of y'all are coming back to chat and jumping in. I love it. Let's see how y'all work. Yeah, I forgot what the third item was. Right, so like 15. Pork chops was 14, so we need 13 blackstone. Iskal, by the way, I spent like an hour and a half today building 3 drowned farms. None of them worked. 2 of them were my fault. The third one we did correct. And for some reason, drowns just like the spawn rates are just rotten. I don't know if it's something in the mod pack somewhere that's messing with it. It should have worked, because I built it on Hermitcraft this season and it worked to charm. On here, for some reason, terrible spawns. You should never feel bad about skipping decisions. The game will not punish you for it. Yes, I understand that. It just, like, it pulls me, the game pulls me into those, like, decision spaces where I'm, like, not fully understanding the system, and then I'm umming and ahhing, not sure what to do, and the fact that I'm doing that on stream is probably what's worse. Like, if I were off camera, I'd think and approach it so differently. I would just, like, probably be making a couple of notes, thinking about what stats I want to aim towards or something like that, you know, but that's on me, really. I should probably do that. It sounds so simple, but I'm just always in a rush with everything. Trying desperately to get away from that as a creator. Just trying to get, like do things in a way where there's just that space to, like, drop and do something in the moment, like, you know, sit down and suss out your, like, strategy for Vault Hunters, but usually it's, like, really rushed. Like, figuring out the drowned farm, I rushed that, and then I ended up making a mess of it. So this run is the same as the last run. It is going for ores, and we still want to hit a chromatic room. There's no real change in our strategy at this point. We do have some new gear. We're not quite set up down here. Challenger, thank you ever so much for subscribing with the Prime, my dude. Greatly appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream, and thank you for supporting me here. Very kind of you. We did say we were going to check this thing again. Oh, and Iskal, on the last run, we had 2 X marks the spots room. And I won both of them. In fact, I think I've won like 3 or 4 in a row at this point. And I have failed one. Oh yeah, and we got a villager in a cage up there. Look at that guy. I need a zoom key. Right. I'm all set up to go. Let's do this run. Let's make it a good one. Iskal says, I feel that this past week on the Hermitcraft server, I've had the realization that it's okay to just game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, talking about, like, content creating struggles and stuff, like, it's a difficult time in this space. This is a terrible time for me to start talking about something like this. It's basically, like, a difficult time for creators, like, across the board at the moment. Like, noticing some big, like, trend shifts and whatnot in viewership, like, especially in Minecraft, but, like, it's happening in quite a lot of spaces. People think it's something to do with, like, TikTok and short form content, and, like, all of this stuff, like, weighs on your head as a creator, and, like, it warps the way that you think about doing things, and you become very, like, content oriented. Like, I've really enjoyed the last 2 episodes of Hermitcraft that I made, but I had a totally different approach to how I was going to present them. challenging. Right, let's see if we can get in there and cheese it. I think we can cheese it. We made a big observation with this, by the way, Scout. We went into one of these dungeons where there was no way, and maybe this is intentional, there was just no way you were going to kill these guys, right? Like, unless you cheesed it, and I kind of got lucky because I cheesed it. Also, I think I'm just going to have fun this run. I'm not going to run around trying to get the elixir, and let's just have a fun run. I can't be bothered. Like, I'm clearly in a different sort of mood, a chatty mood. Oh no, we're going to get more mobs coming our way. More of them, you say? Okay, oh, y'all are not having a good time. Oh, those were the ones that were coming for me, by the way. Oh, wow, wow, they hit through that. Oh, God! Hit your friends, not me. I would love to see this... Oh, my God, I need to not read chat right now. It's not working, clearly. I think I might just have a go on the elixir for this one. Oh, that works. Okay, anything worth blocking off? Probably. Block that off. Yeah, anyway, Iskal, have you kind of noticed it as a creator? Because I know you haven't been uploading as much on YouTube. Maybe you feel it in the Twitch space. Like, along our journeys, we all have ups and downs and stuff, but there is just this sort of like broad Minecraft decline that's kind of being felt, and a lot of it seems to be related in other spaces with creators who make long form content over short are noticing this sort of like general decline. Oh, wait. Bail. We just blocked that attack, which was super... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, cheese mode. Oh, wait. Stay there. Look, this dude's got like crazy health. And I'm hitting him up with some no AI. YouTube has really been pushing shorts over longer videos, says Sidge. Yeah, I'm curious as to what it does to them in the long term. Like, it might be a strategy that backfires in some metric. You know, like, you got to remember, at a business level, there's always the sort of more corporate motive. If they're doing this stuff and it works for their objectives, it probably means, you know, it's engaging people, it's making money. But I wonder if there's, like, unforeseen consequences with pushing shorts, you know? Maybe people just, they lose that attention span, right? And they get disinterested with YouTube in general. What if it ends up pushing long-form creators out of the space, you know? Oh, no, that's wrong. Ah! Okay, I think I'm done. Unfortunately, we could try and get back in there, but it gets a bit tricky when you hit this point. Okay, bail. Probably can get back in there. Anyway, there's probably not too much more loot worth worrying about. I think either Iskal... I mean, if you don't want to reply to that question, that's fine, or he's bounced. Okay, I'm going to... What way was it back? That way. I'm just going to go to the next room. Maybe find an ore room. But yeah, this ain't going to be no regular run. I just feel like my brain... It's getting late. My brain's ticked over into some sort of chatty mode. It's mostly short-term profits, says Lefos. Now, I can see why you would say that, but I think YouTube has always been like a long-term thinking platform. Their incentive early on to you know, pay creators and give them a split of the ad revenue, that was a major game changer, and that was some serious like long-term thinking, you know. That was a good strategy for the long run. And I feel like a lot of other changes they've made over time have gone in that direction. But this is a moment where they're not they're not the ones pushing something new. They're reacting to TikTok. And that might, that might be the wrong move, but I don't think they're focused on short-term profits. I think they've seen TikTok as competition that they need to compete with, and so they've built out the Shorts platform to do that. But they might be eating at their own, what's the phrase? Eating their own meal or something. They might take a piece of their own pie away by pivoting into short-form content where they've built up long-form content so brilliantly. Like being a long-form creator on YouTube, it's the best platform for doing it. There's no other social media platform quite like it. Shorts are so easy to get views on. My brother and I made a few shorts on our 130 subs channel, and one of them got 6K overnight. Yeah, and the value of those views are very diminished compared to traditional views. In general, that's always been true on some level, because like if you have a podcast episode that's an hour long, the views on that are different to a short video that's 5 minutes, right? The view number is never equal, and it depends on the length of the video too. But, the other thing that I've noticed that's really weird about Shorts is there's this really difficult dynamic on TikTok where it's tricky to convert your TikTok audience, which you remember is mostly, it can be quite quick and viral. You can have a TikTok that pops, and then all of a sudden you get these big numbers rolling in. Lots of TikTok creators find it very difficult to convert that into like a platform like YouTube. Let's say you got 1 million TikTok followers. It's very difficult to get like 0.5% of them to come and follow you to another platform. So because of that, like, how does that work when you're already on the same platform? I've noticed that it doesn't feel like it brings people over. Like, I've had some really successful shorts that have brought in lots of subscribers, but I don't get this sense of like it's building my regular content up at all. I just got a pizza. Is that what we call it? Got a pizza. Oh yeah, this one I didn't want to come to. Let's try this little room. Is this gilded? It is. Going up. Oh! How that guy didn't blow up, I do not know. I was like, I'm going up the staircase. This will be funny. Uh-oh. Creeper up here. From the YouTube Shorts, your short view 1 million times, you are allocated 1% of the creator pool and $100 to sign up. That doesn't sound right, because the creator pool will change based on the amount of views. Also, 1 million views in no way translates to $90. It's probably more like $1 or $2. Maybe a bit more than that. I can't remember the last time I checked, but it was basically peanuts. So my shorts, by the way, are edited by Sky. Most of them. Actually, pretty much all of them. All of the ones that are popped are edited by Sky. And it does not pay back on investment, right? Like, you pay for the work, and you hope that the views reach a number, that the money it pays means, you at least make your money back or you make a profit. It doesn't do that on shorts. And that is just wild to me, how little money you make off of it. Well, not so much that you make little money off of it, just how, like, it's a real... I think a lot of people that are making shorts, unless you're regularly cracking 10 million plus views on a short, like, you are not seeing ROI, basically. Cool, more of those. Ah! Oh, I tried. Let's go ahead, take those. I think I'm going to avoid that dungeon. I think I would like to crack on with getting the ores so that we can get more XP. Right? We want our runs to progress our playthrough. Is that the right way? It is the right way. ROI on shorts is abysmal, says Spider. Yep, it really is. And yet it's, see, then you have this strange dynamic where people think like, it seems to be it's a great way to grow at the moment because regular growth has been affected, and so, you know, you start to think in terms of like long-term investment. But what I'm seeing is that it doesn't feel like those shorts viewers become long-form content viewers. And again, I said that that's kind of how it's been perceived on TikTok. So yeah, honestly, shorts, I feel like shorts, I will not be surprised if in a few years from now you might be looking back at shorts and thinking, oh boy, that really spoiled everything, right? Like, that rocked the boat in the wrong direction. And maybe I mean that in like a personal way, like, you know, for me as a creator, or maybe in a broad way. I wouldn't be surprised in either of those scenarios if it was like clear across the board that this hurt things. And we're going to have a crowd coming in the other side real soon. I think. Here they are. Oh, the little guys. Oh, let's use those chaining attacks here. Okay. It's like growing your restaurant by giving away nibbles outside. It might... people might be peckish, but they're not necessarily coming in for a meal. Yeah, that's a really cool analogy, yeah. And I tried to... I mean, I've got to keep working on it, really, with the shorts. It's on my list to do. It's always just a game of juggling priorities. I would like to... Oh, by the way, we've gathered a lot of elixir, and I wasn't paying attention. I think it might be ores that are giving us a boost here, so we can actually aim to, like, you know, do some good. Get some XP. We can complete this vault. I didn't even notice. Or maybe it's mobs. Maybe killing mobs is good on this one. But yeah, we certainly picked up a fair bit of elixir. Some gilded over here. Someone in chat's probably been paying a lot of attention to where it's all coming from, right? Oh, little guys are the worst. Love that chaining attack, so good. Okay, I see there's more coming over here. Oh, stronghold one. Did that give me tons of elixir? Wasn't paying attention. Hey, Escal's back. Shorts and TikTok feeds a destructive part of society, in my opinion, where patience and longevity is bad, and instant gratification scrolling is everything. I don't see how it's developing for humans. I feel like your use of language there is quite strong, which is fair enough. Like, I basically agree for the most part. I just would try not to use strong language. I would try and like elaborate more, I guess. That's a common thing I feel like we do as humans, is we use language and reasoning a lot for to like enforce the argument, as opposed to like getting more to the weeds of why. The short attention span, I mean, there's so much I've been listening to in podcasts, I've been experiencing myself with attention, and I've been actively trying to combat it. At the moment, for example, I just refuse, this is literally how I feel, very emotionally, to browse stuff. I like really do not want to sit and browse Netflix anymore. I don't want to browse YouTube, because I notice the second that screen with all those options is in front of me, I'm just wasting time. So like with watching stuff, I've been more deliberate. I've been more like, okay, this is the thing that is my watching time, and I'm not going to browse. I've already like figured this out in advance. You know, I'm watching this show, these YouTube videos, or this movie, and I stick to it, because when I browse, man, you just start getting this, oh, your attention, you know, oh, that thing, this thing. And then with short form content, that's when not only are you browsing, you're getting the dopamine hit too. Like, you're actually sort of browsing and getting what it's like, because it's easy to look at a bunch of thumbnails and think about, oh yeah, this movie, that movie, this piece of entertainment. With shorts, you're getting it at the same time. It's like they're literally delivering those little pieces to you, right? And I think it's warping how we interact with so many things in this world. People don't have enough time or attention, and I think it might be at the root of like troubling psychological trends, let's say, that may come our way. Like, I suffer from decision anxiety anyway, right? Like, I don't like it when people ask me like a bunch of questions. Yeah, let's say you're in a restaurant and it's like you order something and then they start asking you about this and that. It's like, just bring me the food. I'll just eat what you put in front of me. Or, you know, you're let's say you go to watch a movie, or you're gonna buy a piece of clothing, or like there's something that you got to do and there's like a big list of options. I am happier with like less choices, I've noticed. Now that may not be true of everyone. Is there going to be another one here? May not be true of everyone, but there's something to that. There's something to that because there have been studies done where they take random people out of a population and they give them a bunch of options. You know, like here you can have a cake. Yeah, you can have a slice of cake, and here's a list of 10 different flavors. And yeah, people prefer what they found. They prefer the smaller lists. They prefer less choice in general. It makes it easier to pick. You don't feel like you're missing out as much. That's the psychology that these shorts are kind of tapping into, I think. And yeah, I don't actually watch shorts on YouTube, by the way. I will occasionally watch one because it's on like the home screen and it catches your eye. Again, like I'm trying to avoid the home screen because I keep noticing this behavior. But I think there is some content that fits into just being a minute long. Like you can find like genuine things, but it's the activity of sitting there continuously for an hour, getting little dopamine hits. Whoa! That scares me. I do not want to do that. I've never sat down and done TikTok or shorts without being intentional, right? Like if I've been on TikTok or I've been on shorts, I'm probably there for some sort of like research or curiosity that I'm trying to figure out. It is probably not, I'm just there to browse. I do not want to do that with my time. It's kind of logical. The more options you have, the less likely you are to get the best, says Odin. Yeah, like literally, if you ranked what... Even though we were talking about subjective experiences, if we put objective values on them, it's like a game of rolling the dice. You've got probably more chance of not getting the best one. If you've only got 2 options, you've got a 50-50 chance of having the best of what's on offer. Like, literally. That's an interesting way to think about it. Ooh, I like these crystals. I will take them. And all of this. And that. And that. And what we really want to do, by the way, is find an ore room. That is, I could be jumping through these vaults a little quicker, actually, but we're in waffle mode, so we just do what we do. Don't worry about it too much. Oh! Oh, gosh. There's so many here. Do need to get my eye on a lodestone. I can go back a couple of rooms if we don't see one. What we got here? I don't think I've seen one of these sorts of arrangements in a while. Ah, my favourite. My absolute favourite. Also, this javelin is amazing. I feel like I need to upgrade the damage it does. I haven't done that in a while. Something behind me. Something's behind me, isn't it? Oi! Oh, do you know what I haven't tested out? You remember the mining speed? I haven't felt that make a difference. So our new magnet is getting us more... Oops, more of these drops. Basically. Cool. I reckon that's where most of our elixir came from. I have not been on TikTok since lockdown. I don't find short content fun. I love Doc's videos, says Blooming Cow. Good for you, man. I think there's something great about enjoying something for a long period of time. I don't... The 1 hour plus content I do is podcasts. I don't really watch videos that are that long. I do... You know, this is the other thing. Like, as a content creator, I can see that people will watch my video for a bit and bounce, which is fine. But then, like, a lot of the stuff I choose to watch as a viewer, I pretty much, like, watch start to end. Maybe I'll skip some of the ads or, like, the Patreon read at the end or something. But with most of those, like, regular creators that I watch, I'm like the guy who watches start to end on each video. I think there's something important about that. You know, sometimes you can, if you're browsing like a random channel or, you know, like you stumble on some content that's been recommended. Like sometimes it might be a case of like, I'll watch this for a bit, but I know it's not for me. But otherwise, with my regular content creators, I'm like, gonna watch start to end, and that's a good thing. Oh, my nephew. Oh my god. You know, he watches YouTube, and like I make this rule with him now, where I have the controller after he's picked the video, and he has to watch that video all the way through, because it's literally like 5 minutes, 3 minutes maybe into a video, and it's like time to pick another one, right? And they just love the browsing feature and like looking at all the thumbnails and clicking on stuff, and it's so bad for their attention. So bad. So I make it one of my rules. It's like, well, if I'm here, this is how we're doing it. Ah, that guy just blew up some ornate. He ain't my mate, he blew up the ornate. Okay. The doc videos feel so good to watch. They're more engaging, which seems really counterintuitive since so much editing to keep the audience engaged, says Real Sandy. I don't think it's like a case of more editing. I think it's less, if anything, is my impression of it. It reminds me of the old days where you would walk through like more of your thought process, and the editing is like, you know, the thing with editing, unless you're a creator, you might not see it, but like with making Minecraft videos, it's some of the easiest editing ever, because a lot of the time everything that is on the screen and in the audio file is intact in the way it's going to be presented. The game is there and you are talking with it, and that's what you need. What you do is you like cut away the bits that you don't need to go in there, and a lot of time that can be literally you just stopping recording and then starting again later on. So you don't have like this big puzzle to figure out. My videos, for example, I've been editing them more and more with time, and to the point now where I tend to edit out some pauses where I breathe, and I don't know if this is like good or bad. I should probably head back actually and get out of here. But it's just sort of the direction that I've gone in. I watch everything at 2 times speed, says Jay Watson. Yeah, I would never do that really. I think when I listen to audiobooks, if the author talks a little slow, I might use the thing to speed it up like by 10%. But rarely do I listen to anything at hyperspeed. Like, you just can't take in that information the same way when you're more engrossed with it, right? Okay, wasn't there like a lodestone like right out in the open somewhere? I think it was this room. Okay, I would like to get out of here. That's not good. So let's go here. Okay, this is getting a bit tense. Oh no, it's no longer tense. Do I want any of these blocks, by the way? I'll take some red sand. I like red sandstone. Maybe we'll use that at some point in our base. It'd be nice to find a big batch of it. Yeah, okay, let's go consume that lodestone. And then do that. Yeah, more of that stuff, please. That'll do, that'll do. I enjoy watching streams for hours, says Hamston. That's cool if that's your thing. That's cool. I'm assuming you mean like the same streamer. Like if you like hop around a lot, that might be like a short attention span thing, right? Because that's the issue. The issue is just like our lack of like focus and engagement, and it can have like effects that are like kind of hard to see until you look at the sort of long-term span of you doing these things, you know. Like, what is the long-term consequence of constantly, you know, being hit by little dopamine rushes as you jump around from this bit of content to that bit of content? Right, we didn't get either of those, which is fine. So that means this is our reward. So we got more XP, I guess. Did we fill out this? Okay, so we've got to roll all of these. Got some focuses, mob eggs. There's a bunch of stuff here. In this one, lots of jewels. Ooh, a rare. A rare wand, actually. Mesa theme, that was the one we were just in. Funny that. Spend skill points, yes. The skill point I could spend would be on the javelin. I still haven't done that thing where I sit down. I've just got too many things that I'm interested in where it's like, oh, this is a thing that I need to sit down and focus on. That's my problem. I don't know how many of those things I said I should do in this stream. But that's my problem right there. There's just too many of them. So I haven't sat down and read all the skills and gave it some thought. But as we established today, I really love using the javelin and we can get more damage. I think I'm going to put 2 more onto the javelin right now. And then let's go... Oh yeah, so all of these items. Okay, never too interested in fawns. I like the block. Now there you go, 25. So epic to common. You know, we've got health. I can live without that. Okay, we've got an epic here. Doesn't have better armor. Can't be bothered. That's it. You know, I'm just like, numbers. If I see like a really obvious statistic, then I might lean into it. Now that we did some re-rolling earlier, I kind of get it a little bit more. I need to wait until we have like an Amiga or like something that's better with more prefixes, and then if they got the right stats, maybe we can mess around with that. See that's got crazy mana stuff, right? That's all mana right there. Thing is, we do have mana on other items. You can get even deeper into this if you want to start juggling around like what your options between different items. Because if you know, put mana on one thing and then take it off on another, yeah, this is probably all getting scrapped. A chestplate with block chance is pretty cool. Scrap. Yeah, scrap. Why did I put that one up there again? High mana regen, health. See, I could take health over having 10% extra mana. Keep my mana regen up. Same amount of armor, but can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. See, if it had those stats and it had a few more prefixes and suffixes, then probably a good one. We recycle. We recycle. Let's have a look at chat. Try to get a drowned mob egg and use it with the spawners or whatever it is. I don't know if this scale's still there, but we had that question earlier, right? Like, Kagerium doesn't let you swap out mob eggs, but the other one does. I actually have 2 drowned spawn eggs, so that's been sitting there the whole time. So this stream absolutely did not go in the direction I thought it would. I thought we would be building a farm quickly, and then I had a list of things to do, like making some tools with like auto smelting, and it just went an entirely different direction. Pretty typical, right? Iskau is here. Okay, so I tested Kagerium in creative, and as I was told, you can't swap mob eggs. Right, once you put it into a Kagerium thing, it's fixed. But then my chat was telling me today that there's some sort of ice spawner where you can swap them, and that you need a key, which it occurs to me. Ooh, is that like a drop you can roll? That's pretty cool. It probably makes one of those, right? So, like, is there a key here from that mod? I don't see one, so now I'm kind of wondering. But yeah, apparently ice spawner, you can swap them out. Used to remove a Kagerium upgrade. Interesting. Not a mob egg, but an upgrade. Also, Iskau, you'll be proud. Yesterday, I figured out how to do this on stream. Yeah. Been trading stone and clay to get emeralds. Ice spawners is like a mob spawner that you can swap them freely in. Kagerium needs a skeleton key. Alright, so if I do the ice spawner upgrade stuff, I'll be able to make a farm where I can just swap out the latest mob or whatever. Interesting. I'll have to look into that then. I'm going to have no time over the next few days. I won't have free time from now until Saturday. So I take a break on Saturday. I don't know. Anyway, I'll look into that at some point. Apparently I got a super chat from Tunker out. Still don't see that anywhere on my Twitch setup, so thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciated. I still don't fully understand what it is, but thanks. Apparently there's no message with it. Cheers, my dude. Cheers for that. I'm going to go find a channel for us to raid, because it's the end of my stream. Peeps, I hope you've been entertained. I will probably be back Saturday or Sunday with another Vault Hunters, or maybe a Hermitcraft, because I've still got some things to do on Hermitcraft. I've got some stocks to reshop, and I can probably throw in a few extra little things. As you saw, though, we wrapped up our big project recently. Now that's out. The episode is out if you want to go watch it. I'm going to be getting the hermits together. We're going to be playing some PvP Bed Wars. Right, I'm going to send you over to Tanisha today. It's been a minute since we've checked out her world. Right. That's it. Thanks to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. I appreciate all your support. Thanks to the mods, the patrons and the people gifting subs. And I will see you all in the next